Come on, Blaze.
It's a beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up? Yeah. What's up? Hey, y'all. Let me get to the comments. What's going on? Y'all get up in the dollhouse, like the video, share the video. Yes, I need everybody in here on point and on cue because we got a lot to discuss on cue. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Linux. Do you all hear me? Listen, Linux and Lindas. You know what I mean? We got a lot to discuss. But before we do that, thank you, Queen, my number one queen. Make sure y'all like the video. You know what I'm saying? Grab whatever you do. Grab it up and let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just start by acknowledging some people. You know, I got to make sure everybody feel like they're welcome because in the dollhouse, we is all family. What's up? That's facts. But I just want to come in, you know what I'm saying? It starts giving shout outs. Foxy Brown said, I was waiting at the door for this commentary. As you should. Notification on. As it should be. The thumbnail is crazy, girl. Look, fly. I've had it up to here, but we gonna get there. You don't get me started. What's going on, Angel? What's going on? Marcellus, what's going on? Let's Joce. Welcome to the dollhouse. Stop acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Support it. Yep. Support the dollhouse with the cash app. It's down there. Because I don't know if this one gonna get monetized. You know, none of my lives be monetized, child. With that picture you use, that almost thought it was a scary movie. It do give scary movie, huh? I am on God, baby, laying down, ready to go, as you should be. Welcome in, Carlandra. Welcome in. Miss Chocolate. Oh, I like the way you spelled that, girl. Come on out for the chocolate girls, as you should. Come on in. Regina Smith, what's going? Oh, that's the one I already read. Tavara, my dog, what's up? What's going on, Tavara? What's going on? Happy Friday, dogs. Y'all know I go live on Mondays and Fridays for sure. Mondays and Fridays at 5 o'clock. That's where I'm going. And Miss Chocolate, girl, grab whatever you need because it's about to go down. Stop acting crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Stop acting crazy. Lady K, what's going on? Best intro on YouTube. You know, I gotta get the girl shaking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just give them a little shake. You know what I'm saying? As you should have your refreshments. Who else I ain't holla at? Waiting for this Foxy Brown girl. Come on now. Who else I ain't holla at now? Did y'all like the video? Black Hippie, sis, I'm a little mad at you. Why, Black Hippie? What I did? Now, you know, I be pissing off a lot. We ain't that 10 minutes. I'll be making people mad. But just tell me what happened. And we can talk about it. Because today I'm opening the panel. What's up? I want all y'all opinions. I want y'all up here telling me how y'all feel about the situations and all that's going on. Because we going to get into it. Oh, no problem, baby. No problem. For all the questions I got, in my comments, yes, I am from the New Orleans of the Louisianas. Tanisha, hey sis, I would love to know what is the real issue with Black women. Like, it's really getting old. He's messy, miserable, and sad. We gonna get into that. Queen Revolution, what's going on, boo? What's going on? Calissa is a new subby. Listen, all my new subbies, thank y'all so much for being here. I promise you. Thank y'all. Y'all really don't understand the type of love y'all been giving me. Thank y'all so much. Lady Bell, I'm new here and I love it already. Come on into the dollhouse. In the dollhouse, we all family. Your children is our nieces and nephews, and your mom and your dad is our uncles and aunties. That's what I see. Welcome to the dollhouse for everybody that's here. Jordan Cartel got my as you should. See, that's the type of time I'm talking about. Because what we about to talk about, baby, Alyssa Clark, hey girl. What we about to talk about is about to be a whole new thing. You feel me? Nicole Woods, thank you, baby. How you doing? Welcome. Let me see if I got everybody. I'm trying to get started. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I love the thumbnail. LOL. Yeah, you know I had to get a good one. You know what I'm saying? Yep, you here for it as you should. Beat it C. I love your accent. Thank you, baby. The New Orleans streets gave it to me. And I got my shirt that said my therapist don't like you. Cause yeah, that's what we doing. My therapist don't like funky Dineva. You feel what I'm saying? Because I go to therapy. trust and believe I goes to therapy. Stop acting crazy. But what I'm saying is I had to get the right attire. You know what I'm saying? Erica Dubose, oh, you from New Orleans? All right, baby. What school you went to? I went to Reed. You know, that's how you know where everybody from. You know what I'm saying? Noble B, hey, Queen, how you doing, baby? How you doing? Welcome in. Come on, let's get up in here. Little lady, hey, y'all, fell in love with you from the intro, Voodoo Magic. Girl, look. Thank you, boo. I love it. I love it. Who else I ain't hit up on? Did I hit you, Black Hippie? Because you went off on Chloe at first. I was sad about that she wasn't taking up her sister. Listen, let me clarify something. My original comment on Chloe, not Chloe. I ain't say nothing negative about Chloe. Did I? I said I don't listen to her music. I don't know the broad. I mean the girl. I don't know her. I don't think I ever said anything negative about her. What I did say that could be taken negative about Haley is that I have to agree that I personally think, and I don't know these people, but from what I saw, I think she could do better than the man she has. However, I also said that wasn't the time or the place, and it had nothing to do with the question at hand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think I said anything about Chloe. If I did, remind me, refresh my memory. Calandra, what's up, boo? All to everybody who's new, thank y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? Saint not here, y'all. Hey, cousin, you've been eating the girls up, and I'm here for it, as I should. Yes, baby brown sugar, how you doing? How you doing, girl? I get mad at him every other month. He ain't gonna stop. But see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all got to listen. You know how they say you got a third eye? I got a third ear. This is what I'm trying to say. He's not gonna stop until consequences. You get it? You get it? And listen, I am by no means I'm not trying to take nobody revenue or mess with their livelihood or nothing like that. By no means. But just like we gotta respect them, they're gonna have to respect queen mothers, okay? You know what I mean? The originators of the world. Stop acting crazy. Now we gonna give the respect as we should, but you gonna give it back. We not about to be, because see, every time somebody say something about that community, the next thing y'all know, they up on there writing apologies. I'm so sorry. I will educate myself and blah blah blah. Woo de woo bang de bang. But bitch, no, damn it, y'all, I ain't gonna get monetized. But look, don't worry about it. But when they say something about us all the time, scroll down my videos. We just supposed to sit down and take it. Girl, bye. Stop acting crazy. And you know what I noticed too? Shout out to all the women who spoke up. Shout out to all the women who stood beside the women who spoke up, because that is the only reason. Hear me and hear me good. Do you hear me? That is the only reason Fox Soul made him apologize, because he done said some problematic stuff on that channel. And that's just from me watching the clips. I don't follow Fox Soul. I feel like Fox Soul is you know who made me not like Fox Soul? The queens. What the old hoes is? Lisa Ray, bitter ass, and Vivica Fox has demos. They told me, look, I seen one episode. I said, girl, get me off of here. Get me up out of here. Please. Get me out of here. It was too much. Hey, sis, thank you for subscribing. Now, y'all, miscellaneous. Okay, AB, new sub here. Went to school in Mobile, Alabama, and I haven't heard a New Orleans accent in a long time. Oh, well, girl, stay around, girl. You about to hear a whole lot. Now, look, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into it, because I feel like we're going to get behind. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be up here all night, because I need y'all to get up here and say what y'all trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I say what I say. But I need to know what y'all feel, how y'all feel about it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Cocktails with Queens. Again, y'all like the video. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Cocktails with Queens. Them old hoes. Let me tell you something. Them hoes. Lisa Ray to me is equivalent to, bitch, the Wicked Witch of the West. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lisa Ray on that show. You know what? I forgot. This is why I stopped watching. And we're going to get into this because Funky Dineva shared some of the same sentiments. But this is why I stopped watching. That bitch, Lisa Ray, had the audacity and the fallopian tubes to get up on this internet. Beyonce's internet, mind you. And I'm not even a beehive. I don't give a damn about Beyonce. But she won't get her ugly, old, tied, wrinkled up Erica Mena in about 20 years ago, bitch. You gonna get your ugly ass up here. And she ain't ugly, but I call people ugly when I'm mad, when I'm like, get your ugly ass. But that don't mean they ugly. You know what I'm saying? It just be how I be talking or whatever the case may be. But look, she got up here and want to say her grandbaby. What she said? Oh, something about her grandbaby wouldn't get mistaken for Blue Ivy or something of the case because her grandbaby got good hair. Girl, don't get me started. It's too early. We ain't even got to talking about Funky yet. Them hoes single-handedly ran me off of Fox. So, and I hadn't even subscribed yet. I was just checking it out. You know what I'm saying? I was just checking it out. But them hoes ran me up out of there. Do you hear me? And I never really been a fan of Claudia. And I did subscribe to Funky. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, subscribing to Funky, you feel me? He does good content. If we got to be honest, he really does have good content. However, them little nuggets he be sneaking in where he just sneaking and geeking and talking his, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You gonna have to respect us, fat. Just like y'all want us to respect y'all. When we say something, like I said, we got to give out apologies. We got to go get educated. We got to go do all of this. You need to respect us now because we make and break these podcasts. Do y'all hear me? Do you hear me at the sound of my voice? We make and break their podcasts. If we decided to divest from any of these podcasts, even women, if we decided to divest my podcast or my channel, if Black women decided to divest from any podcast, it's curtains, bitch. Do you understand me? Curtains. Stop acting crazy. Stop acting silly, Simon. Can I just say how gorgeous you are, new subby? Oh, thank you, Noah B. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo, boo, boo. Thank you. I love it. Thank you so much for the super chat. You call them hoes, but don't want him to say what he said. Princess B, I call who hoes? Who did I call hoes? You know, and that's another word I use loosely. You know, like bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't want nobody to get offended. Because it's not, you will know when I'm calling you a hoe or a bitch in a derogatory, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, yes, them hoes on Queen, what it was, whatever the Queen show was, them hoes was tied, delayed, through, and late. Say what I said. I'm not taking that back. I'm not taking that back. And plus, the street said in the 90s. That's what they said. I ain't say it. That's what they said. I didn't say it. The people from the 90s said. Nah, I'm just saying. He really does not love JJ. And let me also make this clear. Let me get this out here first, too. Let's start here first. I thought I made it clear. I think I mentioned it a few times in my video that this is not the entire community because I would hate for instance, let me show y'all. Right now, we got Sexy Red and Suki Hana single-handedly destroying the image of Black women. I hate the fact that I know that somehow, somewhere down the line, that is going to be our image as a collective. So I never group people in as one. And I thought I made that clear, but if I didn't, let me make it clear again. Funky Dineva, and all them people I talk about do not represent one community, period. There are good people. Let me tell you something. I love the community. Girl, I used to put my little pinky toe in there. You know what I'm saying? I had a little woo, once or twice, you know what I'm saying? But, I don't have no issue with the community. Actually, I prefer to hang out with the older LGBTQ. They seem more rational, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, that does not... Funky Dineva, this video in by no way, shape, or form is to attack an entire community because, like I said, I fuck with the community. I really do. But him in particular, and the ones who think like him and do as he do, yeah, you about to get this work. Anyway, did y'all see the forced apology? Did y'all see the forced apology? That's all I need. That's what I'm trying to find out. Did y'all see the forced apology? Let me see. I don't have it. I was looking for it. I don't think I can get it. Girl, what happened? Okay, I'm not reading the comments. Let me do my commentary. Look, I don't have the actual video, but Plain Jane shared it last night. I was in her live last night, so I saw it there. Now, Plain Jane, girl, I ain't got no money. I ain't got nothing, girl. A bitch is struggling, scratching, and surviving. Please don't flag me down to the ground. Don't wrestle me down to the ground. I'm just trying to give the people. This is for, what do you call it? Educational purposes only, girl. Please don't flag me down to the ground, girl. I'm already down at the ground, girl. Look, I'm still trying to figure out how the light bill gonna get paid. Please, Plain Jane. This is Plain Jane's video. Let's start that first. This is Plain Jane's video, but I do want to share the so-called apology, and we gonna dissect it, and then I'm gonna say my little one too, and then I'm gonna let y'all get up here and y'all get to say y'all little one too. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Now let's go find Plain Jane, girl. Plain Jane, don't knock me down to the ground, girl. I'm a struggling artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't have a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of. Do you understand me? Plain Jane, look out for a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know how people be giving out charity? Plainest Jane, that's her name. But y'all know how like people be giving out charity and like they be feeding the homeless and stuff. Look out for a bitch. You know how like Sierra was feeding the homeless on Love and Hip Hop and tried to pass it off as launching a business. Bitch, please stop acting crazy. But look, I'm gonna share this video from the Plainest Jane. I'm giving her all her props because this is her thing. This is not mine. I'm just sharing for educational purposes only. Okay. All right, now let me share my screen, y'all. Hold on, what we got? What I missed? I seen something with a little color in it. Maybe I didn't miss nothing. All right. All right, let me let y'all see what he said. This is what he said. This is what he said. I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna get up off the screen. I'm gonna let y'all see it big so y'all can know this is for the Plainest Jane. This is not mine. This is for the Plainest Jane. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. All right, can y'all see that? Let me get me off of here. Let me get me off of here so y'all can really see. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah, right. Sound about right. All right. Let's get to hollering and seeing what Funky, that nigga, in my Sean David Wade. That's another thing. If y'all didn't see Sean David Wade's live, girl had me tickled pink. Do you understand me? That boy had me done. All right, let me unmute you, make it bigger, and then we're going to get into it. Let's see. Oh, come on now, girl. Maybe if I back out. Hold on now, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me, because what I think happened is when I tried to fast forward it. Let me see. Let me refresh the page. All right. Still thinking. While it's thinking, y'all, I was cutting my grass today and working in my lawn. And I had realized that we had canceled Chrisette Michele, and she had one of the greatest albums that I had seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all still mad with her, but that album was off the chain. I ain't gonna lie. I was in here hollering, give me just one moment and I'll take you away, my friend, in the disco tonight. It's no matter who you are, won't you hear my heart? I will sing tonight. Girl, I was in here with a key. Stop acting crazy. Girl, I had the surround sound on and everything. Let me close some of these windows. Maybe that's what it is too. Let me see. I don't need the Gmail open right now. Oh, I don't need this one open. Close that. Girl, wait. Hold on. Y'all still there, huh? Why this thing doing that? Let me pause it and let it. Y'all, no bullshit. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't understand what's going on. Come on now, Plainest Jane. See, now look at the devil. The devil is busy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see this video because I want y'all to see it. Let me stop sharing. Let me see. Maybe if I close the YouTube window and open it back up. All right. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I'm about to open a new window. Y'all can hear me? Oh, there we go. Are we back? Girl, y'all got me checking and everything. They trying to stop you from getting a strike. You might be right, girl. I don't know why everything is. Girl, this is the. Girl, now you know this is a shame. The devil is busy. Okay, I know y'all can hear me. Hold on. Can you see me? Am I up on the screen? Let me see. Look at my live. Yeah, you can see me. All right. Now we're gonna try this again. It's lagging. Sierra, welcome, Sierra. Is it lagging? I should have got me some water. All right, one more time. Sorry for the struggle stream, y'all. Let's try this again. I'm gonna go to YouTube. And I'm going to search the Plainest Jane. Shout out to the Plainest Jane for getting this exclusive, because honestly, I didn't see it nowhere on YouTube. If somebody else has it, please let me know, because I didn't know. I didn't see it on like Fox Soul or anything. All right. All right, I got them up. All right, y'all. Let me share the screen for y'all. All right. Now we got Funky up with the Plainest Jane. Like I said, shout out to the Plainest Jane. Started right here. All right, let's see the
title. Shady, but very much true. And I want to review that. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know if you think it was genuine. I want to know if you accept the apology. There are a lot of things that we need to get into. You drop some pancakes down below in the chat. Shout out to the individual who joined the membership when the bus was stalling before we pulled off. And of course, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss any of this syrup and black news and celebrity entertainment over
here. Please subscribe to her.
So let me go ahead. Hey, shout out to Dream and Edmund. I appreciate you. And shout out to all my moderators as well. Without further ado, let's get right into this apology. Keep in mind, I'm black, all right? And if you see something before you're supposed to see something, it might be bootleg, you know? So let's go.
Welcome, Funky Dineva. What's up, Q? Hi.
Hi. So listen, while I got the people on the line, y'all know how this goes, right? When you work somewhere and something controversial happens, the company comes out and makes a statement, or the person that works for the company comes out and makes a statement. And I always sit on this very platform and ain't nobody believing in this prefabricated statement that this person read and it's phony. And with that being said, I'm not going to give y'all one, right? I did get the phone call. I did get the email. We think that you should provide an apology and show some remorse. And I didn't want to get up here and just say some regurgitated stuff that I was encouraged to say, because y'all are not going to believe it anyway, and it wouldn't be believable, especially considering the fact that I said what I said with my whole chest. I 100% stand 10 toes down on the fact that I think Chloe Bailey is inauthentic when it comes to her as an artist. I think that the sexual image that she gives sometimes is unbelievable, and I think that in her defending her sister, the whole, clapping back, and I just thought it was inauthentic. I do. But I also recognize that that's probably where my commentary should have started and stopped. I don't have my head too far up my own ass or so far in my own ego that I can't recognize the fact that I did cross the line when I started talking about her looks. That was below the belt. It was unnecessary, and it was non-germane to the story at hand. And for that, I do apologize. So again, I apologize for going below the belt when referencing Chloe Bailey's looks. They had nothing to do with the story at hand. And this was a learning lesson, and I hope to move forward and not repeat it.
people were thinking that there was like a personal thing with you guys. Like, did she do something? Was it like a background? Because you know how you came for the look so hard. Like, was there anything personal? Was it just you?
No, I personally don't think I came super hard, but I also recognize the fact too that Chloe is unproblematic, especially with the Black community. She don't bother nobody. Even I have to say that. So people are going to be extra sensitive when it comes to our unproblematic princesses in the community. So, I mean, I totally get it. And like I said, I can look back on it and realize the looks portion of my comments is where the line was crossed. And I do apologize for that.
Girl, let me say this. Where do I start? Well, I'll start here. He was notified to say he was sorry. Let's start there first. Secondly, before we get into that, I was on Tanya TKO Live and I was cutting grass, so I couldn't really comment. But there was like, who asked him for an apology? I did. And let me tell you why. Not because I actually care about him apologizing. But do y'all understand the way that when you say something negative about them, you got to come on this whole apology tour? It's almost like that other community you can't say nothing about. You have to go on an apology tour and write letters and go get educated and all that. That's the reason. Because I want women, Black women, I want our community to be valued just like them other communities. So yeah, I did. I said you should apologize. I said it at the end of my video. Yes. Now, and number one for that, because I want the Black female community, community to be held to the same regard as all these other protected communities. And then also, I want to see the egg on your face because I know you don't mean it. I know you do not mean it. I know you don't mean it. But just the fact that you having to swallow your pride and take that big gulp down your Adam's apple, yeah, that felt good to me. For me, it's not for that whole world. It's for me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, hold on. He was entitled to his opinion. It shouldn't have been said out loud. I agree. It's a lot of things we talk about at home that we don't go to work and talk about. Like, I'm on this hot thing hollering, this bitch, this nigga, blah, blah, blah. Best believe I don't talk like that when I go to work. So you absolutely right. However, when it becomes a pattern of behavior over and over and over and over, I have an issue. Because you are degrading and disregarding and disrespecting the very community who help you eat. That's a problem for me. Now, if you go help it, if you go doing all of that for all these other people, that's fine. But there are a whole bunch of gay men in the channel, in the YouTube thing, I'm sorry, that have channels, and they are not disrespectful. I've been following Scotty by Nature for years when he was a small channel. Who else? It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them that are really good. You know what I mean? It's just the ones like that who get the entitlement and so used to being able to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? No. Let me ask y'all a question. If you worked at a job that paid you well, would you keep that job for the pay if they called you a nigga every day and everybody was white? Let's start. Can we talk? If you worked at a job, Richie Sky is another one, a great one. I love DJ Richie Sky. I was following him when he was a little channel. Girl, I be on these YouTube streets. Girl, I watch more YouTube than I put up. Stop acting crazy. Girl, I be outside. King of Reeds is another one. They have a whole bunch of gay Black male content creators that are in the space that have a large majority of their population, or not population, but content about Black women, and they are very, very respectful. Very respectful. The blatant disrespect is where the buck stops. I put out my video and I said what I said. Now I know I be treading light. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be putting out them videos like, don't get me wrong, I ain't crazy now. But I feel like Rodney the Voice is another one. They got a lot of male gay content creators that respect the space and still respect women. He don't do that. He don't do that. And again, we don't know these people. They could get off camera saying them old dumbass bitches. I don't know. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What I see is what you give me. And what Funky Dineva has done is gotten completely comfortable with doing whatever it is he want to do. Now, back to what I was going on with this apology. So now this dude get up here and say he got a call from these people telling him basically, you know, the emails and all of that saying that he need to get up here and apologize. He didn't want to do it. He did not want to apologize. Let's start there first. But he had to. He had to swallow his pride. And you know what I'm saying? It reminded me, like I said, of every time somebody say something about the protected community, they have to come up there and say something and say, I'm sorry. So that's why I said it. That's why I said Funky not representing the black. He not. I know that. Trust me, girl. Listen, I've been around gay men all my life. Do you understand me? All my life. I was in the choir, girl. I hung out with three gay guys in the choir my entire high school career. Come on now, and middle school, girl. And then my family, girl. I know he don't represent the community. He need to be, if you ask me. Back to what I was saying. So look, so he only doing it because he had to. Number one. Number two, you start off the apology by not just saying, you know what? Let me get right to the meat and potatoes of this thing. What I said about Chloe. Yeah, Chloe. That's so I remember. I don't know these little girls like this. But what I said about Chloe, attacking her personally, that was unprofessional, uncalled for. He should have started there first. No. You know where he started? What I said about her career in all of that, that stands. Because that's how I feel. You still, what did Chloe do to you, my nigga? What did she do to you? What did Chloe do to you? But that stands. However, I hate a however ass bitch. I be doing that too, though. But look, however, I shouldn't have attacked her personally. So for that, I apologize because these girls are unproblematic. Both of them are unproblematic. Well, if they so unproblematic, why the vitriol for these girls like you got it? Why is you so hard up for these girls? Why do you get a YouTube hard on for these girls? Pause. I don't know what to say after that, but you know what I mean? Like they asked you about Haley and you jump straight to Chloe. Chloe ain't the topic of discussion. Chloe just said, stop playing with my little sister. You know me, I'm from the projects. Do you understand me? I'm from the hood. If it was me, I would have got up here and said, let me tell you something, you big dog, ugly, dirty dog. I would have called them everything but the child of God. Do you understand me? And would have added them, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, she did it in a respectful manner and you still had that response. That's something you've been wanting to see. Tell us how you really feel, Funky. Who that was channel I was on? I forgot his name. He hang with Scotty, but he was like, show us on this dog where you got hurt, Funky. Show us on this dog. Listen, the apology was bullshit. It was bullshit. It's a PR stunt. You know, there's a lot of PR things happening behind the scenes to make people listen. Let me tell you something. When it comes to social media, there's an algorithm for a reason, and the algorithm is there, and also the powers that be that pull the strings behind the social media, that all is for a reason, because they need to get you mentally and emotionally captivated into whatever it is that's going to make them money. Whenever that thing has an intersect like this, where like Funky, how you say you done fucked up the thing. Now the PR people, the people back there got to come back and say, not Funky, you got to get up here and say you sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you gonna fuck up the show. Fox Soul is a whole show. It's not just Funky on the show. Oh, and I'm gonna get to Al Reynolds because I forgot about you. But anyway, yeah, it's not just about you. They got other people that could lose their jobs. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you need to get up there and apologize. And that for the fans of his, when he apologized, they're gonna say, "Oh, he's sorry, y'all. Okay, we like him again." And then we're gonna go back to the Funky Dineva channel, and then we get back to the Funky Dineva channel and give him about 3 to 6 months. He'll be back saying something out of pocket again. Y'all got to be strong. Y'all got to be strong. Y'all got to be strong, because that's what they do. And for Funky and his brand, what he understood was, damn, For the first time, these girls came together. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did come together, did do that, did lock arms like we singing We Shall Overcome. What's up? New civil rights for the 2023. Did. And I think we need to do this more because we are being, I don't know if y'all notice, women in particular, but in particular, Black women, the subculture of women, we already been at the bottom of the bottom. We about to be under the ground if we don't say nothing. If we don't say nothing, we are going to be under the ground. We have to say something. And to see the way I grew up, I done got popped in my mouth a lot of times because I be feeling sometimes I got to say what I got to say. And then, you know, if I get popped in the mouth, that's fine. But I got my shit off. You know what I'm saying? So for that in itself, yeah, I had to get up here and say my piece. And I ain't gonna lie, I did my video from emotion. But I was just so frustrated because if y'all go down my channel, I got a whole bunch of videos on not just that community, Black women too. I dragged the hell out of Suki. I dragged the hell out of Sexy Red, Glorilla. I dragged the hell out of all them girls because if it gives a negative connotation to Black women, then I'm not here for it. Just period. Just period. Just period. Pooh. Are y'all liking the video? Please like the video. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what else? What's the other part he said at the end? Yeah, the girls are unproblematic. Oh, because she's one of the celebrity princesses. Let me just say here, I know Chloe and Hailey got like a fan base. I'm not crazy. I know that. I know that to be a fact. I particularly am not in that fan base. I couldn't tell you one song Chloe sang. I swear to God. I swear. And the only reason I know Hailey is the Little Mermaid because all the clear people was mad about it. Let's talk. Can we talk? I don't know them little girls. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw you, Funky, do what you did to them girls, it was bigger than them girls. Because I've seen you do it in the past. I've seen you do it. So I had a problem with that. And I don't know. I know you say you had issues with your mammy, which we all have had. You know what I mean? But ultimately, you got to stop directing them issues to us because we ain't did you nothing. We wasn't there. It's outrageous now. And we've been quiet for too long. We got to start saying something now. I seen Tanya TKO live. I seen Plain as Jane live. Obviously, I was in her comments. It was a few girls who came out and said we about to say something. And listen, I jumped out the window, me with my video. I ain't care. Bitch, please. Did jump out the window, girl, bye. Yeah, I said what I said because I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. Now, I'm a new little content creator, girl. Thank God I got a real job because, you know what I'm saying? I think people be getting really offended by some of the things I be saying. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is another thing I want to talk about. Oh, no, I already talked about that Baby Blue. Yeah, he did Baby Blue wrong. And that's another thing. That whole community, Saucy Santana, not everybody, but a lot of them in that community like to uphold, what's that girl name? The little bad one, Northwest over Blue Ivy. If you ask me, I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Women need to stop doing it to each other as well. Doing what, Princess B? What we need to stop doing to each other? Because you got to understand this too. In order for a community to be successful, there has to be a level of accountability in that community. What do I mean by that? So, okay, look at the I don't want to say the wrong name. Let's say the clear people. Let's look at the clear people. Right? The clear people. All the clear people separate themselves as a culture from the negative pieces of their culture. Even though they deny it and it exists, they still proverbially separate themselves from the BS in their culture. What do I mean by that? If you get a serial killer, or let's talk about mass pow-pows that be going down there to the school and messing up with them kids. Go in any comment section, or comment on a video talking about that and watch how many people come out windmilling of the clear community saying that ain't him, that ain't us. That's an isolated incident. That ain't us. I'm saying that to say, in order for a community to be successful, and it ain't just them, the Asians, all of them. Everybody separate themselves from the bullshit, except us. We, for some odd reason, want to coddle, oh, she ain't mean it. Let's forgive her. Like Suki Hana and Krishan Rock. Let's talk about the black women. Let's talk about accountability. Like Suki Hana and Krishan Rock. Every time you think they're gonna do better, they come back and do worse. After a certain amount of time, you have to separate yourself. I personally said, this is a small sector of the community. This ain't us. And I want better for us. So I'm going to put it to the light so you guys can talk to your daughters, your friends, or whoever the case may be, and take that out. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't need to be associated with that. So I'm saying that to say it ain't just that community. I just want what's best for us. And I don't feel like holding people accountable is doing nothing negative to each other. Because I think in the black community, we do that often to each other. But yeah, that was that. But let me tell y'all something, because I'm about to drop the link. Let me drop the link. Let me tell y'all something, girl. This whole thing right here, because I want to hear y'all voice. I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? I really want to hear y'all what y'all got to say. This whole thing is getting out of hand, and I think as people, not just as women, I think as people, we absolutely have to start drawing a line in the sand. Just period. We cannot continue to act like it's cool. You know what I mean? Let's just not say nothing about it. Let's just go ahead on and hide in the bushes, back in the bushes. I'm sorry, what's his name? Like Homer Simpson. No. We got to say something. We got to say something. Let me hold on. Let me do this like this. What's going on? How you doing, Stardust 2?
Hi, Goddess. How are you?
I am wonderful. How you doing?
I cannot complain. I'm thankful to be here, and I love your channel, and I just found you within the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know your age, but I'm 50, sweetie pie, and you just really just make me feel like it's a lot of wisdom right there.
Oh, thank you so much.
So keep representing and doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. I'm just trying to get people, to talking about issues that we don't normally talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Especially for us.
Yes, especially for us, because we are ally to everybody. Who's an ally to us?
We have to be an ally for each other.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that. With us getting to the point where, okay, it's time to just nip some folk off and keep pushing. Because remember, they all come from us. We are mother,
okay?
So
absolutely.
They're going to hate.
What you think about
balance, though? That's balance.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think about this whole situation with Funky Dineva in particular?
Okay, I'm the one who commented on your community thread yesterday saying, I believe that this is a distraction. Okay? Because we have been really elevating and vibrating on such a high level since Haley, I don't know how to pronounce the young lady's name, but since she came out with the Angel song. So the fact that whether she's pregnant or not really is none of our business.
Correct.
Because that's what we hear, if that's what we choose to do, to procreate. It is what it is. We the mother. So let people hate. They're going to hate. Let them hate. We need to really pay attention. That's what I think it is. I think it's the internet trying to distract us from us elevating ourselves and continuing to feel good. So let's not focus on her song. Let's focus on her belly and her personal life. As far as the dude go, if you look at nature, the bees kill the male bee after he done procreated with the queen. So
right.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine. I'm just saying.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Thank you for having me, love.
Listen, I truly appreciate the support. I really, really do. I really do. Thank you so much for coming up and even supporting and watching the videos.
Oh, real quick, I want to tell y'all ladies one other thing, please. Grow your own. Okay, look at my watermelons I just harvested today.
Oh.
Grow your own, sisters. Cultivate, all right? Peace, love, and light and protection.
Thank you, boo.
Take care, honey.
You too. It's so crazy because I was just talking to my coworker. He's a black guy, and he grows stuff all the time. You know what I mean? And I was asking him what I needed to do to start a doggone, what do you call it? A garden. Why is it lagging? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I think y'all can hear me now. All right. You never hear them talking about the cousins in the mountains too. Girl. Girl, I hate this. I really do. Anyway, anybody else? I put the link in there. I think somebody was asking, you never hear them talk. Yeah, right. Oh, Maya, I forgot who that was. Sent that super sticker. Who that was sent that super sticker? Let me scroll back up and find you because I got to thank you for the super sticker. Mia Lynn, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much. You don't have to do it, but you did. Thank you so much. I put the link in the comments. If anybody else wanted to come up and say something, you don't have to be on camera. Anybody who want to say something can come up. It's no big deal. Yeah, I seen it, Black Hippie. Thank you, baby. I saw it. Bougie Barbie, what's up, boo? Girl, these likes is killing me. The hell? God. But yeah, so how do I pin it? Let me see. How do I pin it though? Let me see if that pins it. Nope. I don't think that pins it. I don't know how to pin it. Can somebody in the chat, can one of my mods pin this link for me? I'm gonna put it back in here. Can one of my mods pin this link in the chat? And until, oh, okay, we got somebody.
Hey, it's Gina, Regina, the one.
How you doing?
All right, and yourself. My thing is, I don't get why we always gotta remind these people that, you know what I'm saying, that they come from us and that, you know, they want to be like us. Why? How they forgetting? Who was they really modeling themselves after if it wasn't the Black woman?
Exactly.
Why do we always have to remind them? Why do we always have to remind them who's the one supporting them the most? The reason why they getting their views and they little coin in their purse. Why do we have to remind them? Don't you say to your children, those of you with children, look, I get tired of repeating myself. When we gonna stop repeating ourselves with these grown men? Because they men. And then they tend to forget, you know, act like they forget that they men. So the misogynistic stuff they say is because they still a man.
Yes.
They still a man. I'm sick of them. I'm so sick of them.
And you can see it in their actions too. You know what I mean? Like with Funky, when they were talking about her not announcing her pregnancy, he couldn't even grasp the
idea. He didn't.
As to why she wouldn't. Like it didn't make any sense to him. But it wouldn't because you're a man. You know what I mean?
And does he have children? Because even a man would know about a woman if their girlfriend or their wife or somebody was pregnant. And it's like, you don't tell it right away. Sometimes you got to wait because anything can happen between the first weeks and months. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't even understanding even after Claudia spoke to him. He could care less.
He could. And they were talking about the issue with the trans girl who came out and said something to the effect of Black women are on periods. He did a video where he was texting Claudia to get perspective on it. And even then he couldn't get it. But even when he got it, in my mind, I was like, but you still don't get it though.
He really don't get it because like I had met this dude that was transgender transitioning and he took me to his house. He made me a meal and he wanted to show me his clothes and his shoes and stuff. And I met him at church and I remember telling him it's more to a woman than putting on clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more to us than just getting dressed.
Preach,
You know,
sister.
it's a lot to us. And then if you're not really willing to do the work and research and really learn what this is that you want to be, because if you want to be an accountant, you go to school. You want to be a doctor, you go to school for umpteen years. Now you want to be a woman, but you ain't did no research, but look at the people and see, oh, I like what she wear. I want to wear that and wear that wig and get those lashes and wear that makeup. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Correct. And you know, it lends itself to the idea that because they don't know and refuse to educate themselves, not all of them, but the ones who do, I feel like that's the reason why the limitation on what they think a woman is the appearance. You don't know what it feels like to get your first period.
I sure do.
You don't know what it feels like to be afraid of having ovarian cancer or you know what I'm saying, or breast cancer. Or, and I'm not saying men don't get breast cancer, but it's a very, 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 very small number of men who do. But all these things, not even the fears of things, even the joys of things, giving birth, like, you know what I'm saying? And that don't make a woman a woman. Let me just say that. Giving birth does not make a woman a woman. However, it's just an experience and an entity that you can't even explain and put it into a definition. So I know you're not gonna know where I'm coming from. You would have to share it to understand. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Exactly. What's going on, baby? How you doing?
Girl, this my first. Let me tell you something. You my favorite YouTuber. Okay, you the only one coming through with the really like you. One of my favorites now. I started commenting. I just found you, and I was just like, I'm like dead behind. I don't want to like curse, but I'm dead behind like on the notification squad. I agree with so much stuff you say. I had to jump on here with this funky Dineva stuff because I can't. You commented back, and I appreciate that very, very much. You commented back on one of my posts on your comments, and Funky Dineva just hates women. He hates women, and the thing is, and I don't want to like turn this into a Greek thing, but I am Greek. He's also Greek. He's an Alpha Phi Alpha.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes. So he's a Black Greek and he likes to do shout out to sis with the high bun over here because she was talking before me and I'm not trying to disrespect. But hi, sweetheart. You look great and I love the pearls.
Sorry.
I love the pearls. I'm a DST, so I can't really But you know what?
What's DS?
Delta Sigma Theta.
Oh, Delta. Go ahead.
So I have a real issue because you really can't serve two masters. I'm not really trying to like turn the conversation into like any of that, but I will say Funky Dineva, Armand, actually, I think you commented on my Armand comment. You was like, I made a video on Armand because I mean, I want to like talk about people like their audience is majority Black, female, derived. That's where their Google analytics are getting driven. But the hatred. I'm not going to stay on long, honey, but I just wanted to tell you, I appreciate your content. I'm going to stay in the comments. I'm going to stay like on these lives. This is the first live I got to catch. But honey, thank you for everything you're doing. I love Joce with you and you the mom.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you.
Thank you, honey.
Baby. Oh, y'all making me with a little. Let me get your.
That's what I'm saying. Like, keep doing what you're doing because we love to hear it. We love to see it. I'm off from work today and feeling like a little crampy, but y'all, you guys keep me together, and I'm watching you on TV.
Oh, okay. Look, sound about right. You know what I'm saying? Sound about right.
So I'm gonna
all right, boo, I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Voodoo.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. She was still talking. Thank you, boo. I love you. I appreciate you. Before I get to you, Fly. Hold on.
Sweetheart.
Did you have something else to say? Oh, she got off. Sorry. Before I get to you, Fly, Miss Gina, do you have anything else you want to say before I move on? I didn't want to cut you off.
I'm about to leave now.
Okay, you don't have to. I just didn't want to.
Okay, I'm good because I was muted.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. What's going on, Fly?
Nothing much. I just wanted to say I really like your channel. Really appreciate your channel. Your channel is like a breath of fresh air. Because I always feel like, yes, we have the Sukianas, the Sexy Reds, the Krishans. But I always, it's like they forget that we're the most educated group in the country when it comes to being a single adult. We lead that. They forget, it's like they only highlight those girls, and it's like those girls speak for all of us. And I'm not even here to down those girls because they're young. Hopefully one day they'll wake up and see the damage that they're doing. But it's like, such as myself, a nurse, such as yourself, such as, it's always like we're forgotten about.
Yeah.
And they're only showcased. And then to pick someone like Chloe, who's unproblematic, who doesn't do anything. Yeah, she was sexy when she first came out, but what woman isn't sexy? Right. I feel like, let us be us. You're coming to our space. We allowed y'all to come to our space, and now it's like you all are taking over, and that's the misogyny. And he's not the only one. It's a lot of them. It's even one that I like. I won't even say his name. I like him. I watch him. But even sometimes I have to cut him off because it's like, why do you always speak so negative about women, and specifically dark skinned Black women? So that's all I wanted to say is like, yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate what you're saying.
Oh, no problem. Look, let me say this. Like you said before, you said at one point we were the most educated, but now they're propping up these girls. They're doing that to tarnish our image, number one.
Yes.
And number two, to have the younger girls looking up to those girls. They want to change that trajectory of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Black women were the first women to buy homes. We were the first in our culture to buy homes. We were the first to go down there and get educated. We were the first to do everything. We are listen, they don't like to hear it and it sounds bad when you say it out loud. We are, for the most part, the leaders of our community.
We're the original.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we do everything. Other women in other communities don't do what we do. That's why I even said it I was talking about that in my Love and Hip Hop video that I did. And I know I was being funny, but I be trying to drop little Easter eggs in there. You know what I'm saying? And Erica Mena, I'm going to call her Mina. That's what I call her. Erica Mena was over there crying and acting crazy because she's a single mother. And my commentary to her was, bitch, we've been single mothers. We adapt and we figure it the fuck out. We're not about to hear you crying and acting crazy and catching a fit because now you a single mother, girl.
We've been doing it. And then it's this new narrative too. I don't know if you all have noticed this, that they're really dogging single mamas out now. Like, it's this whole thing. Like, even women are saying that you just a baby mama. Like, when did that become? When did it become popular to dog out the one who was abandoned and left to raise these kids by ourselves? And we're doing all that we can. Like, what is going on? So
for some reason, they seem to blame us for everything. It's our fault the men leave. Half of these men ain't worth a dime. And please, I don't even want to get on that topic.
I like to say this. To me, when it comes to like men and women, I hate that we are where we are. Well, we've been here for a long time. Mm-hmm. It's just hitting mainstream. Yeah. But to me, I don't know about anybody else, it's just a tinge of jealousy. Like, we all started this rocky boat in America the same. We were all oppressed. We were all slaves. We were all, victimized and brutalized and stuff like that. But us women, we came out on top. So I really feel like when, like the other podcasts, the Fresh and Fits and this, that, and the third, they're coming from a place of jealousy. Like, damn, not only are they Black, but they're women. So they're second-class citizens times two. Mm-hmm. Most educated, leading in single home purchases. And then I just had one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it's still on the subject, but it's kind of off the subject. I was telling my husband that we always focus on like the Hollywood actors, and they dress the guys dress as females like Shanae and Wanda, and we always speak about how it's to demasculinize Black men, but I see it as it's used to masculinize Black women. You rarely see light-skinned actors in dresses and wigs and stuff. Most of the time, it's a Martin, it's a Jamie Foxx, it's Kevin Hart. That is to make us look. It's like a caricature.
Yeah. I never thought about it like that, but that's true. It's like they're making fun of us.
They're making fun of us.
Hold on, we gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Let me read the super chat. Shirley Demps, thank you, boo, for the $4.99. She says Funky is so wrong. He also called her promiscuous, and I never knew her to be a pass around girl. Fake apology, and he needs some serious therapy. Absolutely. And that's gonna segue into what I was about to say. The reason why, how do I want to say this? So listen, the reason why we get so much shit from men, from black men, of all genders, not genders, of all subcultures of the black men, we get so much shit because there is an underlining, and not all of the black men, let me say that too, because people jump in the comments and be like, that's not all, that's not all. It's not. It's not all. My daddy is one of the good black men. Can we talk about it? You know what I'm saying? My daddy been with my mama 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Still together. So I know what a good black man look like. I'm saying all this to say there's a collective of men that instead of like in the, I guess I want to say maybe 10, 20 years ago, that would just acquiesce to a woman being successful, education and all of that. It's almost like they did the turnaround trick on us. So because they can't do what we're doing, now they put it back on us. Oh, see, how many degrees you got? I don't care about your degrees. Oh, see, you think your money and your education is gonna secure your spot and da-da-da-da. No, nigga, I'm getting education so I can make more money. So in case you here or you not here, I can pay these bills up in here.
Yes.
I'm going to get this job at this Fortune 500 company. Whatever I'm doing it to secure me because I cannot find the security from you. And instead of them addressing that, they get on us and be like, oh, and you know, you want to know why this whole thing switched like this so big? Kevin Samuels.
That's where it started,
Social media is a powerful thing. Social media is a powerful thing. It completely turned the trajectory of where we were going. And that's where we at.
Yes.
What's going on, Queen Revolution, baby?
Hi.
Hey.
What's up, little girl? What's up, Queen?
Hey, boo.
Stay on. I just wanted to jump on real quick.
Hold on. Can one of y'all mute? I'm gonna mute you. Hold on. I think one of y'all got a little. All right, go ahead, baby.
Okay, I was going to say, the queen in the bottom corner. Everything you said, like I'm snapping because you on the money. I wanted to rewind back to the Suki Hana Sexy Red conversation a little bit. I can't remember what I was watching earlier this week, but somebody said, I don't know if it was a blogger, I don't know if it was a comment, but somebody said that Queen Latifah warned us about this back when she did her UNITY song, because I get with me and my partner, we get into these debates sometime about these new girls, right? Because I say, like, you know, these fresh and fit guys, like all of these men, they will come out and they will say, oh, these girls are acting like hoes. They act like this, they act like that. And my retort to that is, well, in hip hop, at some point, that's who y'all started to value. That's who y'all started to call women out their name. You started to value the video vixen that became the video hoe, that became just the stripper girl, that became the rapper. Now she's the regular girl. Now she's Sexy Red, Suki Hana, Krishan Rock. And, you know, going back to that Queen Latifah verse, somebody said it and it just stuck in my head and was like, oh, you know, she really did talk about that. That, you know, instinct brings me to another flow. Every time I hear a brother call a girl a bitch or a hoe. And that's what came out. And that was what was coming out in the gangster rap music around that time. And it set the tone. And that's why we have what we have now. But anyway, I don't want to hold y'all. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Oh, thank you, baby. Actually, listen, you are right about that. Because the whole premise of the song is UNITY, I ain't a bitch or a hoe. And then female rappers started coming out because they see the men doing it. Listen, every woman typically follows the lead of a man in their community. And I think in the hip hop community, once it started being cool to be a bitch or a hoe, that's when, you know what I mean, the women started doing it. But prior to that, we was, as long as you keep your head to the sky. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You know who else talked about that too? And you can leave if you're ready to leave, but I gotta say this. Lauryn Hill in on that Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. What's the name of the song? That song,
That thing.
No, it's
You might win some.
hip hop started out in the heart of yo. Not everybody trying to chart. Hey, what
Yeah.
hip hop? If you listen to the words, come on, baby, light my fire. That song. She literally talking about y'all not saying nothing. Y'all really just right saying anything to the beat and there's no substance to it. And she said music is supposed to inspire. So how come we ain't getting no higher? Meaning we were getting dumber and dumber by the year with hip hop. We were getting, and we didn't even realize it because the beat. We having parties, we having a good time. I just thought I had to go back to Chrisette Michelle. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
All albums, Boys to Men to get R&B. They ain't got no R&B no more. It's almost like black men don't love women no more. And not all, but I'm saying in the hip hop community. I think Carl Thomas and them, that era, what's the other boy name? Donnell Jones and all of them. That was probably the last era with the Cisco and them when they were singing to the girls.
You know, Music Soul Child is still dropping music.
Ooh, I love him to death.
Mm-hmm. He's still dropping music. But it's really sad because one of the songs that he recently put out a video to, he's saying at the end, like, he still prefer to be single. That say a lot.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me mute up, ladies. Hold on.
No, you're good. No, yeah, I totally understand. And it's just like, for years, it's almost like I'm pretty sure other women in the chat could understand this. I am a strong Black woman and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I feel you there.
Because I'm a strong Black woman, not because I want to be, because I have to be. And because I'm a strong Black woman, typically people feel like, oh, she's gonna be all right. She good. You know what I'm saying? When the whole time, bitch, I'm tearing apart on the inside.
Yeah.
I just know how to put on a face.
Yes. Yes.
And it's just like, as Black women in our community, we've always had to just endure and put on a face.
Put on the face, exactly.
I want to live like a Karen. I want to be able to catch a fit and something get done about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a strong Black woman. I want to be a weak Black woman.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean in a negative way. I'm just like in a sense of, I'm tired of y'all putting everything on our back, my nigga. Like our back's about to break at this point. Like what are we doing here? And it's just sad, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing going on with this stuff with Funky and them. I feel like Funky, like I said, he did this doggone so-called apology that, I'm sorry, has not been released yet. Because have y'all found it on anywhere?
I found I seen it with Plain Jane. That's why I watched her show earlier before I went out. But yeah, it's the same. It's like I'm so tired. I'm tired. I'm 47. I'm tired because it is hard out here. And I give it to the women with children. I don't have any children. Mm-hmm. I'm so tired. And they blame us for everything. Yeah, we don't want to be strong Black women, but we got to. We have to be. Because the men are getting weaker.
Oh, me and my mama was talking about that. I say, man, it's almost like the men are like becoming the women, and the women are becoming the men. And I you know, I reference everything to music. And I say, I remember Lil Wayne said that in his song long time ago. He said, niggas is bitches. I think they full of estrogen. And you know what my mama said? They've been putting estrogen in people's food, in the men's food, in the shots that they've been giving them, the boys, even in birth control shots with women. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been messing with us biologically, I'm sorry, for a long time. That's why we could take the shit, and I'm not giving them out, but that's a big reason why we could take a lot of shit and they just fold like paper chairs, like paper napkins. They fold. And not all of them. Like I said, it's not all men, but there's a large collective of men who do that. And it's like, dude, get it together.
They whine, they got all these feminine traits. Like, what's wrong with these men? They complain more than we do. They do the stuff that most women would normally do. They're doing it today. Always complaining and whining and got a problem with stuff when we now the ones that's just handling and tackling situations. That don't make no sense.
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you a little low. Thank you, lovely beauty. Love you too, baby. What you got to say?
Who, me, Nicole? I mean,
You
I
good.
just want to say thank you for everything you're doing. I love your website, your platform. You're funny, you're smart, and you're always growing and you're always learning, and you're relatable. And I just want to say that. And I appreciate how you call people to the carpet when they need to be called to the carpet, to the red carpet. But yeah, I'm Funky is ridiculous. Him and Armand don't like us at all.
No.
He don't like nobody who's black. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. Storm.
I don't know. Well, I didn't see a lot of Storm. I think I subscribed to him. I am subscribed to him.
Well, it's like he seems to make alliances, but they seem to be strategic alliances. But like I was, and then he kind of gets kind of disgusted at night and stuff like that with that OnlyFans, base and stuff like that. And I saw him doing some stuff with Love Jones, and he was just saying some real greasy stuff to her out the side of his neck, and it just sounded crazy to me. It was really disgusting, especially since she's trying to work with him, and it just seems like he has ways of like always like elevating his white friends. He talks about how his white friends, how he grew up, raised around white people in the suburbs, and then how he don't do, quote unquote ninja stuff, and I'm not trying to say anything to get you strike, and then he turned around and then he just, I don't know, he just disgusts me, and, not just but like even the ones that like maybe not claim that they're LGBTQ, but they definitely have like a like they definitely don't like black women. That's all I'm gonna say. And sometimes they don't like black people, period. And I think that some of them are really good. I think some of them always have our back, like Rodney. I think he always got our back. I think some of them do, but I think they are trying to open up a sort of a how you were saying how the algorithms push certain ideas and make us like over time less and less resistant to certain negative ideas, and over time we start to accept it and we start to think there are our own opinions and views.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. And I think the problem with black women in general, why we accept the disrespect from the guys who are the gay guys, whoever it is that disrespect us. Let me mute somebody. I think I hear echo. Hold on. I think the reason that, for the most part, am I lagging?
Do I need?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So I believe that the reason we accept that, like the diehard fans of these people, and I don't know what Storm is. I didn't watch enough of Storm to say who he is. I don't know. You know what I mean? But the ones I have watched, the Funky Dineva, the what's the boy? Armand Wiggins and all of them, the reason that we just let it ride is for two reasons. Number one, because we feel like, well, he's a gay guy. It's different coming from a gay guy than a guy that I'm interested in, like a straight guy. And number two, we are so conditioned to the abuse, mentally, emotionally. We are so conditioned to the abuse to where a lot of it goes over our head. And even the stuff that we catch, we just be like, well, it ain't, you know what I mean? It's almost like how Cynthia G be saying black male worship, it shows up in that community too.
Yeah.
It really do. It really do. It shows up in the community too.
We have more smoke for ourselves than we have for other people. Like you don't even have to pull like a man or a white man into the conversation, because we'll tear each other down before anybody else will. It's just like those boss women on Handmaid's Tale, who the main ones that do the punishing. Mm-hmm. If other women punish them, then why we have to do anything, and we just kind of just pull each other down. We don't have to kind of I mean, we have to, I think as more of us growing towards like having a like these kinds of spaces bringing us together and having like more positive.
Yes, for sure.
But it's healing. Nah.
Yeah,
it's a form of healing.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do. I want to do these Friday lives gonna be dedicated to black women, and it's gonna be our space where we get up here and whatever we want, bitch, nag, drag. If we want to get up here and sing, be happy, share recipes, I don't give a damn what it is, but it's gonna be dedicated to us, because I feel like as black women, we definitely need a space where we can uplift and help each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm so tired of getting torn down. I'm tired of windmilling, girl. My arms are tired. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I've been windmilling, girl. I be windmilling all in the comments, girl. I be windmilling in the lot. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do too, baby.
I want us to be able to have a space where we ain't got a windmill. We just, you know what I'm saying? Bigging up each other, helping each other. And even if we have to hold each other accountable, me included. If I say something that's out the way, and let me say this too to everybody that's out there in the chat. If you come to my live and I disagree with your opinion or on anything, I don't care what it is, even if it's something serious, I will not mute you and I will not disregard your opinion because I like to learn. Because there's a lot of things I've realized in my life that I thought was right, and it turns out I was all wrong because I completely set out.
What I like about your channel, because even though you look at how fast you're growing, 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
I mean, starting just like this, and I saw you. I'm watching, but it's because I have seen even in these few weeks how fast you're growing. Like I'm talking about your what you're learning, like everything you're saying. That's when I subscribed to you because I was like, what you said last week. You kind of said, okay, I'm gonna make a reversal on this because now I know better because I learned something from this. That's what got me. You know what I really like? I like Priscilla. The queen maker, she out here. I think she's bringing a lot of stuff to the table.
Yeah, she is.
We got some people out here.
Yeah, I did a video about Priscilla checking Sinetta and all of them. That was hilarious.
That's how I found you.
That was funny.
Your commentary and hers was stellar. What she's really saying too is, and this is something that I'm trying to organize right now. I'll hopefully be able to talk to you about it afterwards, behind stage. I'm just saying that because I don't want to put it out there like that yet. But we need more healing spaces, right? And that right there, the science, the psychology that she's bringing. One of the things that I would like for us ladies to do is get a specific book. I already have it. I'm sorry I don't have it in front of me. I will try to go run it and show you guys, but I want y'all to get this book and I want y'all to read it. And it has a lot to do with why things are hidden. Okay, because this information has been known for a very long time. What Princella is teaching. Yeah, this is something I've been talking about for like 15 years. My dad gonna sell, but people don't want to hear it. Now it's starting. It's time. We in the age of Aquarius, things are changing. Okay, what was done in the dark in the age of Pisces is now coming to the light, and we are in the knowing. So get ready to blow up, ladies, for real. Okay, because no, sincerely, like all that stuff that was done in the dark, I want y'all to look up something called parthenogenesis.
Yes, that's what I thought you were going there. Parthenogenesis. That blew my mind.
I gotta get that.
That's
parthenogenesis. That's what Priscilla is really. A lot of this science and stuff is based on, because we've been lied to about where we come from. I'm not taking away from any type of spirituality because I do believe in a higher power.
So I
believe in a Christ-like spirit. However, I believe that we are that.
Yep.
I believe it's us. That's just my personal opinion.
I believe that too.
Parthenogenesis is, I don't know. I know I'm not going to do it right because I'm not a biologist, but basically, so every female species vertebrate, like the ones with the spines, mammals are those. Mammals are like the vertebrate species with mammary glands. You know, we nurse our young, right? And so all of us, we have the ability to reproduce offspring without insemination from sperm. Now, what happens is it happens enough that it gets missed.
Yeah, it's a clone and it still happens. It's a cyst on the ovary.
You don't see it because you know, we write it off like we don't know. We think, oh, well, she was inseminated, but the immaculate conception really could happen. Like Mary gave birth, right? Without having sex. Virgins really can give birth without having sex with a man. And it happens in all species. It happens in like frogs, lizards, birds, bees, cats. humans. Like it happens.
Spiders.
It's amazing. I was like looking into. I was like, and people. I know it sounds crazy because we all have it within us, but women have the mitochondrial DNA.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of stuff about science that gets kind of like swept under the rug, and it doesn't come out because it doesn't fuel the patriarchal agenda, or the manosphere agenda or whatever. And so we have to like that just kind of, I'm looking deeper into that, and that's probably how we got to be a species in the beginning, and how the XY, like the Y chromosome is just a broken X chromosome that didn't finish developing. Like there's like so much stuff that we finding out, but I mean, we don't really teach scientific literacy anymore. So like it almost sounds like a wives' tale or some like social media conspiracy theory, but it's real.
I'll say this. I've learned that the so-called conspiracy theories, a lot of that is true. Let me just say that. Yeah. But what I like about Princella is the scholarship behind her stuff. She has a lot of scholarship behind it. I have scholarship behind mine, but I ain't got a whole bunch of books behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a researcher. I got a degree in psychology and research, so I know how to go deep and look into some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all noticed, even in my what I would call bullshit videos, I be throwing some Easter eggs. I be throwing some nuggets in there. It just be coming in the form of comedy, because I was talking to my mom. I said, I want to, start talking about stuff like what we talking about. I said, but I don't know. I don't understand my audience yet, because I have a reality show audience and I got my live audience. I feel like my live audience and my reality show audience for the most are not the same. So
because I watched all those shows.
I think they the same too, because it's your same group.
Yeah. You know why? Because because even in those reality TV shows, who's centered in it? Black women over 40 and 50.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Center of all of it. And that's us, educated, independent, even though they call themselves housewives, that's us. So, I have a research degree. But I'm not really a researcher anymore. I would say I'm someone like a teacher these days, but I can find that information, and I kind of started looking deeper, and I was like, wow, like it's just not out there like that. People just don't teach.
You know who channel good with research too? Themis and Thoth.
Yes, I like.
I love Themis. I love me some Themis. I ain't gonna lie. I like Themis. But no, who this is down here? Firewater, what's going on?
Hi, doll. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the dollhouse. What's up? What's going on?
Yes, I love your content. Keep up the good work. And I would like to say that they're demonizing our image to make us look like fools globally, because I noticed that this is running parallel to the reparations, us wanting reparations. Notice, how come reparations just went silent and then you just see everybody acting a fool?
Right.
Like they're demonizing us globally, because what Black women need to realize, our images aren't just projected here, it's projected globally, and we look a fucking fool. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to cuss on your live.
Like a sailor, girl. Go ahead.
Yes, so I wanted to say that. And Funky, I've been canceled him because I don't like how he makes fun of makes fun of us. It's like blackface to me. And like Princella say, we are the resource, because all of these Black men have made billions of dollars off of denigrating our image. I'm saying like Tyler Perry, he made a $1 billion empire from Medea. Like real talk. Martin, everybody, Jamie Foxx, Shanae, and all of them, like they did.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy though? Because I said this at the end of my video. I said, Dineva, you one comment from losing your whole platform, because Black women will divest from your channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see, as women, that's what I like about Princella. We don't understand the power that we have. That part, right? Living under a system of patriarchy, you get the thinking in your head that what these people been telling you is all truth, and you just the recessive, and you the third in line from the man to God, and all. And it's just like, wait a minute. When you look around at nature, you say, well, damn, it's Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Come on. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Everything that that grows comes from a female or a female you know what I mean, entity. Even in mating in animals, the female choose the males don't choose the females. But for somehow, in some crazy reason,
flip flop.
Not all of a sudden, especially as being the dominant woman of all women, of all people, let's talk about it.
The Eve gene, hello.
Let's talk about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Especially being the dominant person of all genders, of all races, how the hell we get at the bottom? We got at the bottom because they taught us that we should be at the bottom. And a lot of us, hell, me up until till COVID, the panorama. When the panorama came, my eyes were open to a lot. It was almost like that was my awakening for me. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it's just like, I'm starting to believe the so-called conspiracy theory that everything that was taught to us in reverse, or everything that you was told, just think the opposite. Because ain't no goddamn way that us as Black women completely are the number one people on these people's channel. Whoever got something negative to say about Black women, I don't care. I'm windmilling on all y'all. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But we the number one supporters. But if without our presence, you don't exist. Like y'all said in the doggone with movies and stuff. All of these men had to become Black women in order to succeed. Even on social media, all your so-called good social media comedians had to put on the dress and dress and act as, or even just act as a Black woman. Black men are even saying our terms and stuff right now.
Facts.
I need y'all ladies to
when I hear a man say period, I'm always sick. Like, why are men saying period at the end of their sentence? Isn't that what the women been saying?
Listen, ladies, listen. Let me tell y'all something. Mind you, we do not control the narrative. Okay? That's what you got to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Let me not say that. We have not had control of the narrative. The shift is now here, and we are controlling our own narrative.
Yep.
So you have to be mindful of, okay, the people who run things behind the scenes, the ones who you don't know, you know what I mean? They require certain things be done behind the scenes so that they can control certain things, right? And a lot of those things that they doing behind the scenes involves going through the back door. Now that, and I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm just keeping it honest, okay? So those same people are in positions of power, right? They're controlling the narrative. If they're busy trying to beat us, why would they big us up?
You're right.
They're not going to big us up because they want to beat us.
Yeah, because if they big us up, we'll get strength from that, and they want to keep us weak.
Right. And like you were just saying, we are not aware of our power, right? We really do run everything. We influence everything because everybody wants to be mother. It's not like I'm not trying to be big-headed here. I'm trying to say all the things that I'm saying in the most humble way.
Blow that head up. You go ahead, be big-headed. Go ahead.
The head is high.
Go ahead.
All our heads is high right here. But we don't have to shit on our children. We just need to reprimand their asses. And see, like let's get back to the power real quick. Let me tell y'all this. I know it's hard, right? But I worked in education for a long time. First I worked in the medical field, then I worked in education. And I was at work, I had a stroke, and I was off for a month and a week. And by the time I got back, I looked around and it was 8 days. And I was like, these motherfuckers don't care about me. They're going to replace my behind, and I'm not going to kill myself for somebody else. So I walked away. I also walked away because I didn't want to be contributing to the delinquency of the future of our minors. And us Black women, although it is difficult to take time off and find somebody to watch your children, the first major move we need to do is find a way to keep our children home across the board for even if it's just one damn day.
Yep.
Keep your children out of these public schools for one fucking day. I'm just saying that will show our power, right? Really, if we can just homeschool our children, if we can work on our own village groups and parenting groups and whatever, I mean, like it's gonna take a lot of trust. It will take a lot of trust. But if we got to the point where we really understood our power and we utilized it, if these kids, they don't care about our babies, y'all. I'm gonna let you know that. I'm letting you know that. Okay, you got good teachers out here that don't get it twisted. You have beautiful teachers out here that love the children and really have their best interest at heart. But overall, the system does not care about your children. And we need to stop going outside for people to take care of our future. We need to do that ourselves. And if you want to see a change really occur, because you still have to utilize that system for a while, understood, overstood, right? Pick a day across the board, ladies, that if you could stand up to 3 days, y'all gonna have to do it in the quiet. You're gonna have to plan shit behind the scenes because y'all know how stuff is when they find out we got something going on.
Right. Hold on, really quick. Thank you, Tamisha, for the super chat, baby. You always come through. I truly appreciate your love. Thank you, baby. That's my girl right there, Tamisha. That's my girl. What you was gonna say, baby? Go ahead.
I think that's a good start. I do think. See, I teach college. I have university students now. This is the first group that came in as freshmen, right? Who have been all through 4 years COVID, so they haven't been in a secondary classroom at all. They have no social skills whatsoever. They don't know how to use table of contents. You tell them a page number, they don't know what a page number is. All they know how to do is hit Control F, find. They don't know how to use books. And I mean, I'm not saying that books are everything, because book sense is not going to everything. And so over COVID, I had an awakening too, because I realized that a lot of the stuff that we see happening kind of got started where I was in academia, right? Like a researcher. So a lot of the conversations they're having about LGBTQ now and queerness have actually like been conversations that I started taking place, almost developing the language of like 20 years ago when I was writing my thesis and my dissertation. And then one day over COVID, it was a bunch of us in one of these like conferences online. It was kind of strange because we were it was like a conference, but it was all on social media, and we weren't, on Zoom, and we weren't really in face-to-face. And we were trying to like give our papers, and then we kind of just looked at each other and said, you think we're the problem, that we started this? Like that we're the problem, we're the reason? People are so like disconnected from their Blackness, disconnected from like the community. And it was like a real come to Jesus moment. Like we did this. It happened a long time ago. And then let me just tell you one thing that woke me up recently. I had to like stay in a series of Airbnbs when I was like trying to buy a house and stuff like that. Do you realize I had stayed in a house with a woman, a male woman, who is what do you call it? What do you call those those NF, those fighters? You know what I'm talking about? Mixed martial arts, MMA fighters. Do you know this is a whole masculine man with a ponytail and lipstick to go around jumping on and punching the shit out of women, and this man would sit there and tell me, while I'm trying to use the kitchen and just try to make my food or go back in my room, would sit there and tell me as a Black woman, I didn't have any kind of, I have more rights than him. He's, as a trans women are more equipped, and he's a white. This is a whole man telling me this, a whole XY chromosome white person was telling me that I have more rights than him, that I have more privilege than him, that I had, everything. I'm sitting there looking at him like, yeah, okay. I just went in my room and locked the door. I was like this, and I got out of here as quickly as I could, because that person seemed like they dangerous. Like there's a lot of dangerous people like that. They out here really trying to and what started, I'm not going to say this, but this person was on social media. I started doing research on his background in social media. First, he tried to say he was autistic, but that didn't have any traction for him to market himself. So then he said he was trans, and he switched categories to start fighting women. And that just like blew my mind. And I'm like, and they don't care. They don't care because in MMA, you could fight, you know, you could have any kind of hormones, you could have any kind of steroids, like anything goes in MMA as long as you choking the shit out of people, I guess. But I was just like tripping. I was like, this is a whole I realized there was an agenda, and what's happening is because there's still men trying to, and they're thinking like men, whatever their orientation is, whatever their sexuality is, whatever their so-called identity is. A lot of them, because I have actually worked and have like shared like workspaces with trans men, people with females,
and then turn to men.
Problematic.
Yep.
All they do is go home, work, take care of their kids, just like if they was a woman.
You know, because at the core, you are who you are. It don't matter what you change on the outside. You are who you are at the core. And I believe that's why you see the uproar on the trans woman side, but you hear peeps and quiet on the trans men side. Really quick, A.O. the Swift says, so what can single moms do to raise a Black man to be loving and responsible? To me, it seems like boys are catered to when they're younger, but the girls are made to be more responsible. So the first part of your question is, what can single moms do to raise Black men to be loving and responsible? I haven't raised a Black man. I'm sorry. I don't have a son. I just have one daughter. But if I had to say from the outside looking in, I would say that you have to instill a value system in your child. Number one, he has to have a value system. I don't care if it's the church. I don't care what it is. There has to be some sort of value system to where there's a moral compass there. There's a level of respect for women, because he don't separate mama from the other women. He look at the other women the same way he look at mama. Number one. Number two, I believe that young Black males have to have a male presence in them. I don't think you could do it without it. And I could be speaking from am I frozen? I could be speaking. No. I could be speaking. If y'all can hear me, I'll keep talking. If I can be speaking from a place of so-called entitlement because I grew up in a two-parent home or whatever. But what I will say is, it is very, very essential to have both parents there, if it makes sense. Like, it's the confidence that I gained as a woman that no man on the street can't give to me. I got that from my daddy. My independence, even though my dad was for the most part the breadwinner, my independence I got from my mom. So you know what I'm saying? It's like you need both, boys and girls. So that's what I would say to that. And as far as we treat catering to boys, we have to stop that. I get it. That's your baby. I understand. That's your son. That's your baby. You love him to death. Love him like you love all the rest of your kids. But do not, because see, this creates this sense of entitlement that we dealing with as Black women right now. That right there is why we got this. Because these dudes, I use the phrase, they go from titty to titty. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you just took the words out my mouth.
They expect the exact same treatment that they mamas gave them, right? And when they don't get that, it's all hell to pay. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. We can't figure out these dudes. These dudes, a lot of these dudes are gone. Don't even try to figure it out. Don't. But what I can say is, as Black women, we can come together and do a whole lot together. How can we do this whole thing? Like I forget who that was. Who that was saying stay home? You know how we can figure that out? Just the same way we galvanize and do anything else. There are women and Black women in our community who run nurseries or watch kids. So there are Black women in our community who cook. There are Black women in our community who deal with special needs kids all the time. We have everything we need.
Come on.
It's just us doing it at this point. It's just us doing it.
Getting together, finding a way to get together.
Right. Yeah, everybody gonna bring something different to the table. That's what we know. So for me, I ain't got no kids. Don't drop your kids.
Me either.
However, if your kids need to get the practice, I'll be the caravan mom. You know what I'm saying?
Come through.
I'm saying everybody got their parts. You know what I'm saying?
So children, 30, 27, and 25. Okay. 2 of them are boys and 1 of them is a daughter. Okay. There's a huge difference in my sons, and I let my ex-husband raise them. I mean, I was crazy, right? But like I just said, like when you come home every day 5:30 tired as hell and see how much you like, you know, how much it feel good to you. And let him do that. And I stayed with the door and I kept that. And but my sons, I don't think he really taught them my opinion. And I hope they don't see this. But I feel like if we don't teach, I think sometimes women are even better at raising sons because we know how to teach them. I hate to say this. I mean, I know people would disagree, but because we can teach them how to be responsible adults. If the man doesn't have responsible behaviors, well, good. And then all he did was compete with me and want to fight me till I got away. That's all he did the whole time we together. Try to beat my ass and compete with me every single time. And he couldn't take it. It just was a very toxic situation. And I look back over because I'm like in my 50s. Every time I look back at a man, every single man I've ever been with has always been competing with me. And I think that's what men do. I think they want to compete with us. And I think they're jealous of us.
I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Listen, okay, yeah, I have not seen the Barbie movie. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I heard that it is about how Barbie's running everything at the very beginning, and then Ken and them are hanging out on the beach. Okay, this is nature. I need y'all ladies to really understand what's going on. This is nature. Okay, men are not supposed to be coming over here like, oh, getting on one knee with a ring to ask us to marry them. Y'all, that is white male patriarchy. That is the stuff that Priscilla is telling us. This is out of balance. Okay. We are expecting something that we're not going to get. And we got to sit back and let them figure it out for themselves. These men want to be us. If you go back to the beginning, I'm going to give you what my theory is, right? And my theory is a little touchy, and it's not to offend no brothers or none of that, but it is what it is. Okay, so, I'm going to say it was the Amazon women at one point in time. We was procreating through parthenogenesis. We were cloning ourselves, right? And then the penis came along. And then we were no longer cloning ourselves. We were reproducing, right? But for the most part, the women were probably the ones doing everything at that time. Just like it is today. We were probably the ones doing everything at that time. And in control. And then the men, we would leave them to go off, do whatever we needed to do. And then it was time to procreate. That's what they was created for, y'all, to procreate. All right. So we'd be off doing whatever it is that we doing. And they chilling, right? They whatever. Wind blows when them get hard. The other one's like, oh, dang, mine does that too. Okay, that's what's up. All right, next day. Next week, whatever. They outside. Wind blows when them did get hard. He's like, oh, you know what? She touched mine when mine like that. Let me touch it. Okay. They start touching each other. They experiment. They get to the point where they experimenting to really going in that back door again. And therefore, they done created they down low man because they don't feel comfortable letting the woman know what they doing when she gone. Okay. Fast forward to today. They got us thinking that we come from them, from a rib. So if we don't know our proper place, but they know our proper place and they want to be us, I keep trying to tell y'all, like, look, they lied. It's all because they want to keep covering up the lie. They don't want us to know who we are because they want to be us. These are our children. They messed up in the head. And I really don't know what a solution is for that. I think that basically we need to get on our shit and then we'll get them in order.
Y'all, it's funny y'all talking about who used to rule. I put this up for my last live. I didn't have nearly as many people in here.
I saw it.
But Giovanni Battista came to what we call America now. And this is a photo of what he said he saw. That is a female at the top. And that's men around her. She's commanding the men around her. Y'all see that? Yep. Let me see. Let me make it bigger for everybody to see. And it will make so much more sense as to why in recent history, Black men just couldn't get it together, yet we've always been able to thrive. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I raised 2 boys. My oldest is 28, and He's raising his daughter as a single father. I prefer I have my baby so that he can go and do him, and she's with a female, you know. But I raised him to learn how to cook, how to sew a hole in the sock, sew a daggone button on his shirt, how to wash his own clothes, how to clean his ass. Like they say that a woman can't raise a man, that's bullshit. We've been raising men. We have to also acknowledge that there are a lot of outside influences affecting how they see themselves today, along with what's going in the water, what's going in the food, what's in the immunizations. We have to be mindful, ladies. All this stuff is really what's going on. So no matter what you do, there's always a battery don't just operate off of a positive charge. If that makes sense. Life is about balance, and we just got to get back to balance. We're off balance because we're not in our rightful place.
I believe that.
I
Black Hippie, I think you muted. Hey, boo.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey. I'm going to take it back a little bit because I did want to talk about the original topic.
Yeah.
And remember when I said in the chat I was a little bit mad at you?
Yeah.
In the beginning? Okay. So in the I think it was in your most recent live before this one, you did kind of go off a bit on Chloe. You were just like, and you said you were like, yeah, you said something, you were like, and that girl, her going off about her sister, girl, ain't nobody worried about you, da 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 da. Like you kind of went off a bit, and I just feel like sometimes if we, I think it was in that live. I'm pretty sure it was the one from like I know it's a video from like 3 days ago. But it didn't last that long, but it was long enough because all she said was one sentence. And I feel like sometimes we have to be in our as women. You felt more for her. It seems like you felt more for her once Funky picked on her.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it does happen. That's natural. It's natural to want to help the person who's bleeding. It's natural to want to give them the Band-Aid. But at the same time, we can't make each other bleed too. Like, even though it wasn't smart, you didn't do what he did. But I just want us to just like her covering and shielding her baby sister. I don't think that was a problem. I don't think you think it was a problem.
No, I didn't.
I just think that it just sometimes you just say whatever, like people just say whatever sometimes, but I just wanted to make I just wanted to acknowledge that we do that sometimes, and that we do sometimes have to check ourselves when it comes to that. Like, because we're so quick to be like, oh girl, please. When they're really doing the right thing, they're not doing anything wrong.
Right.
Now, even when you got onto your other video, you said, because if that would have been me, I would have been out there, I would have been I would have been cutting them off at the knees. And now I believe that she should be able to do that. Something else I wanted to acknowledge too, in the chat, somebody said, because he was saying with her not being problematic and all of that stuff, and somebody in the chat, I cannot remember, I promised I would remember their name, but I couldn't remember. I can't remember now anyway. But they were like, even if she was problematic, he still shouldn't have said it. That is completely true. I am so tired of Black women having to be the perfect victim. Why do we have to, like, y'all got to go back and check our fucking grades from 2nd grade to see if we passed math class in order for somebody to help us or protect us or to windmill on our behalf?
Right.
That is so irritating to me. And I just feel like when Cynthia was saying this, and it made a lot of sense to me. Even when we're talking to trans women and or male women, I like that she said that, male women, because you have not changed your mindset. Your mindset hasn't changed. You just put on some clothes and some makeup. Like, if you cannot be sensitive to a woman, I don't know anything about transitioning and that their hormonal changes, or if any of that does happen. All I know, and from what I see, is the cosmetic side. I don't see there's any kind of pill that nobody talks about, a pill that they take that make them more sensitive. None of that stuff.
Right.
So I don't really understand any of that, or if they even do that, but I very seriously doubt it, because we have people like Funky and people who like T.S. Madison, who is actually, didn't actually chop it off, but you went and got cosmetic stuff. And that work that you have now makes you a woman in your eyes.
Right.
And I don't feel like that should be, like someone was saying that trans people are the ones who are actually transphobic because they're trying to drop the trans, like they're embarrassed of what they went through to get to where they're at. And that made me think a lot. That really made me think a lot. And I'm just like, that's why it comes back to Funky Dineva, even though I don't think Funky Dineva identifies as being trans. I'm pretty sure he just like does drag or something like that. But doing drag, you need to get drugged because the drag that you doing is ugly as fuck. And you sitting here picking at this beautiful young girl who ain't doing nothing to you.
Right.
Just because you can't unsee the little Chloe that grew up singing Beyonce covers and stuff like that, just because you can't unsee it doesn't mean that other people can't. And it's like everything is not disingenuous just because somebody doesn't come off like a Sufiyana or even my girl Megan. Like Chloe is not Megan. She's not gonna come across like her.
Right.
She can still be sexy and still have an innocent look, and that's okay. But it's like they wanted to force Chloe to ease her way into how they wanted to see her. But Chloe came out and smacked them damn curtains open and said, boom, here I am. And now it's a problem amongst people like him. I don't think he represents for the whole community, but we also have to think about this too. This is something they should think about. Having the wrong representative is going to change the narrative of how we look at you all. Because they just the same way they forced us to be on Suki and them head about how they look and what they doing, they need to be on Funky Dineva's ass about what he's saying and what he's doing. Him and T.S. Madison shouldn't be the representatives. So don't expect for us to think that that you're like a Flame Monroe when we're not thinking that the whole LGBTQIA plus is like, oh, I finally got the letters right, girl. That thing be killing me, wearing me out. But it's crazy to me how they think that that everybody is going to be like Flame Monroe. We don't think everybody thinks that way. We're starting to believe that everybody thinks like like T.S. Madison and like Funky, and that really is their own fault because y'all don't call them out when they do something wrong. So I am very proud of the ones who recently did call Funky out because I really saw like a boost in numbers, like as far as the content creators and stuff that were saying something, and I'm very, very proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's appreciated.
Yep. Well, let me say this first. Thank you for holding me accountable. Number one. I do want to say when I was doing my hot topic, this is what you were talking about. When I was doing my hot topics one of those days, we were going through stories and I seen the video of Chloe saying, "Don't come for my sister." And I said, "Girl, ain't nobody worry about your sister." That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I said. I think, and that's my fault. This is not y'all's fault. It's not y'all's fault. It's my fault. I'm not plugged into pop culture. I'm not. I'm not a fan of nobody. Like like I said in my video, I couldn't tell you one verse or one word of a Chloe Bailey song. I don't know nothing about it. So when I saw her saying, "Y'all leave my sister alone," because the rumor of her pregnancy, I was like, "Girl, ain't nobody worry about your sister." Because in my mind, and I need to not do that in the future, because I'm not worried about it don't mean everybody else not worried about it. That, you are right. It was my ignorance. It was my ignorance. And I was thinking for me, I have to remember when I'm doing lives, it's different from doing a video. When I'm doing a video, this is all my thoughts. This is just all me. This is for y'all consumption. Take it or leave it, cuss me out, whatever it is. But I'm just getting my rocks off. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing my shit out there. But when I'm doing lives and it's a discussion piece, I can't think for me. I have to think for everybody in this chat, everybody on this panel. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I was like, girl, ain't nobody worry about your sister, because I wasn't worried about it. Now, it wasn't to disregard her, like helping up for her sister. That's what she's supposed to do. The way we raised, if one fight, everybody fight. You know what I'm saying? But that was prior to the Funky Dineva thing. And yeah, I jumped on it after that because I was like, wait, I didn't think it was this big. Why is he going in on this girl like that? So, you know, and like I said, that was my ignorance, and it's a learning tool. It's a learning lesson. I'm learning, and I appreciate you for getting up here saying I ain't like what you said, because that's what I want. I want people to get up here and be like, "Yo, I fuck with you, but what you said the other day, can we talk?" And I'm gonna be like, "What's up, girl?" You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see no echo chamber. I see so many channels that are echo chamber. You're not gonna agree with me always, and I ain't gonna agree with you, but that don't mean you can't come up on this panel and say, "Girl, you down bad, or you wrong, or this is how I feel." And then I can be like, "Well, I don't feel like that." And then you can have half of the chat saying, "I feel like she feels," and the other one, "I feel like she feels," and then we can all still coexist in the dollhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you know what? I honestly didn't feel like you were trying to be malicious. I think it was more so like not even recognizing it. Sometimes we don't even recognize it. It's just an automatic thing that we look at a woman, like another black woman, even though we love black women. I want to make sure I say this the correct way, especially, and I know you will even try to understand me to make sure that I'm saying it the right way. But sometimes when we see another black woman and they're in the middle of something, or they have a little attitude or something, we automatically see ourselves as opposite from them. We don't see ourselves as, "Oh, kumbaya, we're all sisters." We like, "Oh, girl, what is she talking about? Whatever." Like, we don't immediately think like, "Oh, well, let me click this and see what happened." Like, what, like, to me, I'm trying to teach myself, and I'm still in the process. I do a really good job with that. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm already there. I always do that. Like, I have a habit of, if I see something is going on with a black woman, I'm gonna click it and find out what happened with your sister, and be like, "What happened to our sister?" Not that you care, but I understand that it was something that you mentioned in your video.
Yeah.
So it's like I would just click it, and not saying you have to do what I would do either, but I would just click it and be like, "Damn, what happened to her sister?" And then if nothing happened to her sister, then I'm like, "Oh, okay, girl, I don't know what she's talking about." Like, more so, I don't know what she's talking about because I tried to look it up and I didn't see anything, versus just throwing it away and not even knowing what's wrong with the girl.
Right.
So that's kind of where I was coming from with it. Not that you shouldn't have your opinion, or that you can't just, get your one off, because that's what we're here for. We're here for your personality. We love it. We love everything about your personality. You do your research and stuff. You throw your little nuggets and stuff in there, and we appreciate that.
I appreciate you. And you're right. Like I said, I when I'm conducting a live, it's not a video. I'm not just telling you what I said and pressing upload. It's a conversation. So
yeah.
And you're right, as black women too, and I think that's in all groups, but mostly in black women, we want to be so in community, but a lot of times we do walk past our sisters in need. You know what I'm saying? We've all been guilty of it. And that's one thing that we got to fix in our community in order for us to move forward and be a helping community and helping hand to each other in that community. Because that's what has to happen. So I appreciate you, baby. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you, boo.
I'm gonna stay up here for a while.
I love this. Like, it's nothing wrong with us. Accountability is a big deal. We do have to start doing that. But us as women, like, we ain't had no code, y'all, in a long time. That's really what it boiled down to. And we got to figure out a code and get on code. This is programming at its best. So don't nobody beat yourself up because you ain't on code. We are literally programmed to where we just now coming into ourselves. We babies in this, so don't beat yourself up. Let's just figure it out.
I looked at that situation more like that Jamie Foxx thing when he said they killed that man called Jesus, and then everybody took offense. And it wasn't nothing to get offensive by. That's how I feel like when you said, "Girl, ain't nobody think about your sister." I didn't take that personal. It wasn't nothing to take personal or to even dive deep into. But I lost y'all because I switched to my laptop. First of all, I wanted to say I am a scripture believer. I don't do religion at all. I don't claim no Baptist, none of that. I read the scriptures with understanding, for understanding. But when you go back to talking about the women being in charge and stuff, I could say, look, someone mentioned it on your last show about the state of California, how it was a black woman and that controlled it, and she had black women. Then you got to think of exactly, and then you got to think of Wonder Woman. If you know the story behind Wonder Woman? It was an island of women,
the land of the Amazons.
What's really about Wonder Woman? Also think about Medusa. The story of Medusa, they tell you the story like the snakes, but she really had dreads, and that's just how the men told the story to make it seem like she was really scary because they lost to her and her tribe. So there were women who conquered and controlled, and I know those three examples are not the end of it either. It's more stories of women conquering and controlling and having their own soldiers and stuff like that. But then we get into like, yeah, we the weaker link, we the weakest vessel or whatever. But then you got to think, yeah, we supposed to stand behind the man. But see, we the ones that we know we pay attention to detail. You can't just pay attention to detail. You got to pay attention to the whole thing, the whole 360 circumference of the whole thing. Why does it always seem like we are behind, but we can do what they doing and more? Because we pay attention to everything. It's not a thing. Our minds are constantly going. Half women can't sleep, and because their mind's constantly going. Because what are you doing? You're thinking about tomorrow, the next day, the day before, and the day you in. You know what I'm saying? We do so much. So I lose y'all with a lot of that stuff with the lady y'all been bigging up. I think I heard her name before. I lose y'all somewhere there, but I do understand some of it. Yeah. I really kind of relate to some of it.
And you know what? That's all right, because we all don't think the same. We all not, you know what I'm saying? But if we could, how they say, eat the meat and spit out the potatoes or the bones or whatever the hell it is.
That's right.
Whatever nuggets you find in, like, if let's say all four of us on the panel agree on one subject, I feel like if you find something that you may not agree with everything, but you may feel like, well, shit, but I do like this part, and then we could build off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, off what's in common.
Because Alabama, hold on really quick. Who's this? The Alabama? I can't see the rest of your name. Let me see. Can you hear me, baby? Oh, I think she went out. She must be in a dog spot, in a spot that lost her signal. I'm gonna wait for her to come back. But no, because my mama preached scripture to me a lot, and she's learned that the religious aspect of it. She reads the Bible as a history book. You know what I'm saying? So she preached scripture. Like if I be talking about regular stuff, she got a scripture to match it. You know what I'm saying?
That's me.
So right. So I understand what you're saying, and it be sometimes we be having conversations about stuff, and she may not say it. Most of the time she will, but she may not say it. But she might be like, I don't know about all of that, and then she'll come back with a scripture, and I'll be like, I don't know about all of that. But ultimately, when we be about to get off the phone, I'll be like, you do realize we saying the same thing, right?
That part right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you coming from a biblical perspective, and I'm coming from up to date in the world, what's happening today perspective. But we literally are saying the same thing. That's what I was. So I understand. Trust me.
I look at it as basic instructions before leaving Earth.
When
I think that book is about us.
When we was talking about on one of your other shows, the doctor who ripped the head off of I was like, and how the have a problem with every time when we get a group and trying to work together to build. I was like, we need to do something in the back, because I really started thinking after that show, I wanted to start sneaking in people's inboxes, but some people are crazy, and just be like, look, I'm looking for doulas. I'm looking for, because we need to bring it back, and we need to do it secretly. Like even me saying it here, I had held it so long because I don't have Discord. I'm on Facebook. I even opened my Twitter back in this. I was off of social media because I ain't trying to be dumber. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. And I don't watch TV. I do this all day. Watch your videos, watch Tosh K, watch everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Because I listen to some of this music. I had my needs, but I changed to the country station because I was like, you don't want to hear all this B and ho and this and that and everything. I don't chase no bag. Because the money gonna come if it's for you. If it's yours, can't nobody stop it. If it's coming to you, it's yours. So I'm not chasing no bag. I'm not in relation. I don't relate to a lot of the stuff these girls talk about with they coin and all of that. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna do that. But I don't chase bags.
Can I say something real quick, baby?
All day and every day.
Hold on, Black Hippie.
But
okay.
Go ahead.
We
Black
really
History.
need to have a
Oh, wait, hold
secret
on.
space.
I just wanted to say that because I had sent the super chat in earlier. I don't know if you saw it or not because my internet was messing up. But Starduster 2 in the you're welcome. Starduster 2 in the comment says that she's a doula. So I just want to say that because she mentioned doulas just now.
Thank
That's all I
you.
want to say.
I'm gonna
Yes,
I
I knew
don't know
you.
what
I
I
knew
practiced.
your face. I knew you would love it.
Thank you, sweetie pie.
Thank
That was
you.
Can
I'm
I say
Starduster
something?
too. Thank you for that, boo boo.
And I do
Okay, who's Starduster?
I
Right here
do
in the
Wave
agree.
your
queen.
hand, Starduster. Oh, hey, okay, baby, with the watermelons. Okay,
You a
you're
doula.
welcome.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all saw my video where I was talking about how black women were doulas and midwives and how many and
Yep, that's why I said it.
yeah, all
Mm-hmm.
the earlier 20th century, the government basically made us to where we can't do it no more and made us go to hospitals. We got to get out of hospitals. They trying to murk us and the babies.
Yeah.
And I do
Exactly.
agree that we need our own sacred space. I believe one of the things that messes us up a lot of the times is we invite everybody to the cookout.
Yep.
If you can two-step, if
That
you
part
can
right there,
twerk,
baby.
if you can rap like us, if you can do anything that mimics us, we invite you to
Gullible.
the cookout. We're just too open. You turn to TikTok, you got Chinese people doing hip hop dances, you got this and that. We have everything that we have, we share. But the things that are shared with us is
Because half
to
of us are
our
resistant.
detriment.
Right.
Can I say one? Is it okay if I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was gonna say like conspiracy theories, they happen. Like, okay. I don't know if y'all remember like 20 years ago. Some of y'all might remember. Like, y'all remember y'all to hear about Arthur Daniel Midland's ADM supermarket to the world? They were in charge of wheat, corn, rice, everything. A bunch of white men went into like the Waldorf Astoria presidential suite, took a whiteboard eraser and just did long division on the board and fixed all the food prices for the world in one afternoon. It was so conspiracy, and there was one dude in the room who was there, recorded it, and he blew a whistle on it. The thing with conspiracy theories is they happen all the time, but they don't happen as much as we think because it's hard for people to keep secrets. And it's just human beings are notoriously bad at keeping secrets and keeping information to ourselves because that's currency. We like to go run and tell it. As soon as we hear it, we want to go run and tell it. So what happens, I think, is like at times, I think the more and more Black women start to empower, but there's patterns. We also, our brains are pattern tracking machines. Every time there's a pattern, we see it. So these patterns are happening. So they start to look like there's a bunch of people setting it up. But I think that Black women start to become more empowered, we'll be less likely to necessarily see it as a conspiracy, but as a pattern that we have a control over. Because to me, what I think I'm finding out is that people who are more likely to like believe everything is a conspiracy, everything, are the people who feel they have the least amount of control over their lives. The Hoteps believe in every conspiracy. Everything's a conspiracy because they don't have any control over their lives. So when you don't feel like you have any say, sure, there's always going to be some puppeteer above somewhere pulling the strings. But if you kind of have like more and more control over your life, you can recognize that people sitting around scheming on you for sure. For sure. But when we put ourselves, when we're in those spaces, we can tell and we can run tell it. We can blow the whistle and we can let people know. I don't know. I just think that's something. I think that we're gonna be. I'm always kind of wary of just automatically because like, if you ever heard of Occam's razor, that's just the idea that it's just the idea that like the simplest explanation is probably the easiest one. It's probably the right one. So if it's conspiracies are just too complicated. Like it just takes too many people. It takes too many working parts, moving parts, people falling off, people not doing their part, people not showing up to the meeting. You see what I'm saying? So like conspiracies are happening, but they're not happening to the extent
right
want us to believe, because if we keep believing in conspiracies, that's just going to make us like pull back and not try to be in control and not
Stop looking at reality.
Control. Like the way we vote every 4 years, we need to be voting every year, every single time, November, April, because that's when we control when they open up the school, what kind of lunch they going to serve. That's what those are the things that matter. They got us to the point where I know I talk loud. I'm sorry. I scream.
No, you good.
I get excited, but she was like, why should you screaming? But I mean, I start getting excited, but like, it's like a whole, it's like the more and y'all, I'm doing like deep conditioning day. So it's like stuff running down my head. So it's funny, every day. So,
didn't I just say we think a lot?
You have a
channel. So I think that's the thing. I think the more we start to empower ourselves in these spaces, I think that's the scariest thing they want. The scariest thing is for Black women to start saying, oh no, you know what? Maybe it's not just a bunch of invisible actors up there doing it. Maybe it's us doing it. And when we get on code, we can control it. Does that make sense? Like that's what I think.
No, and really quickly, I want to address this. C-Jack said, invite everyone, and they're the first to turn on us. I'm about to tell y'all now, I agree 1,000,000,000% with that comment. Mm-hmm. I do not want a space. I personally don't want to hold a space with nobody but us with the same chromosomes. I can't help everybody. We can't help nobody else till we help us. And even after we help us, they don't need help. They got help. You see what I'm saying? Right. We Black women, we have to always put. We've never done that, and I know it's a weird concept. Us first. Mm-hmm. Us first, because it's a weird concept. When people say let's do just something for us, even Black people all together, Black men, we always like, oh well, that's so and so. No. See, that's why we all screwed up. Because see, we can't go in their spaces, but we ours. You know what I'm saying? It's us. If you don't have the chromosomes I have in like this,
no matter. I'm tired of people begging to sit at other people's tables.
Like really dying to want to sit at their tables and they really not invited there.
And we can build our own damn table.
Listen, y'all remember that TikTok trend?
They just keep pulling up.
Y'all remember that TikTok trend where the Black women was doing the boat challenge? And when so there was the TikTok trend where Black women were on a boat and it was like, hey, it was playing a song, gotta catch another flight. Okay. And it was like Black women follow train. So like you would gain Black female followers from just doing the boat challenge. So this clear woman wanted to do the challenge and the Black women gatekeeped it. And she literally lost her mind. Because they not used to
that. Oh, I'm here for it.
Yeah, they not used to us gatekeeping stuff. Sha'Carri Richardson just won again, and she went past all of the clear reporters and went to these reporters. Yep. And they was like, "What's the problem? Why she have a problem with us? Why she? Why is it? It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when we do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, we just need to keep doing it.
Exactly.
We on their necks, baby. We are on their necks.
To the part where we always, I think I'm not a mother, but I say like this, I learned from watching. I've helped raise a lot of my little cousins. So I feel like with the mothers, you always are looking to you nurturers. So you're always making sure your children have, your husband have. Once you become a mother, and most women have that in us to make sure everybody is all right. And for some reason, we've been taught that when we think about ourselves, it's being selfish. It's time to be selfish now for us. And that's what we need to do. And because we've been indoctrinated with thinking we being selfish, it's kind of hard to break out of it. It's almost like I was talking to somebody that like, that word disrespect has been used out of context for so many years. Your parents done so you being disrespectful. 9 times out of 10, you probably wasn't being disrespectful. You just was hitting shit on the nail and they didn't expect you or want you to point that out. And I've experienced that. But as you get older, sometimes some of us, when we get older, it don't even have to be in your 40s or 30s. It could have been at 19 or 20. You realize something ain't right with my dynamic around me, and that could be your mother and your father. You know what I'm saying? They're not perfect people. You know what I'm saying? And we are the way we are because of what learned behavior. And we got to break from that.
I just want to correct you on one thing. You said you're not a mother, but you help raise kids. See, when you start looking at the word in the literal sense or in the definition sense, a lot of Black women in particular, I can't speak on no other women, but a lot of Black women who've never birthed kids feel like, well, I'm not a mother. I'll be down.
Yes.
You didn't help raise somebody, child. You didn't get
Yes.
I told a
brothers and
lot. I've
sisters.
potty trained, bike
Yes.
trained.
Listen,
I've made a impression in a lot of my cousins' lives
Yes,
that now have
indeed.
children. You
That's
know,
that's what mothering
That's
is about.
that's what I mean when I say
I just don't try to take. See, I'm not being selfish. I'm trying not to take nothing from nobody.
See, no. We got to change that. In this space, we being selfish. We
That's
taking
right.
everything. I'm tired of us not taking. No, we taking it. Mothering, because there are a lot of mothers who don't mother. If you get what I'm saying.
Come on,
Yes,
honey.
I do.
So don't feel like, well, I'm not a mother. No, by nature and by the Most High God, yes, you are. Number one, let's start that first. Number two, there's a nurturing thing inside of all of us like this. That is, even if you God forbid, or even if you don't want to, even if you never get to experience birthing, you'll always experience mothering. So you are a mother. That's all I got to say.
And
Go
I
ahead.
want to add to that.
I receive it.
And you
I'm
should
gonna
receive it
from
because
today.
you are that. And I'm going to add to this too. No matter what, I'm one who goes around and I'm like, the children are my children, whether they came out my poom poom or not. Okay. You know why I say that? Because sometimes there's a child in your neighborhood that is not receiving no type of love in their house. Right. And that's your neighbor. And if they never encounter somebody who's nurturing, loving, supportive, encouraging at all, what kind of person do you think that child's going to grow up to be?
Right.
Then they can come back and they're going to affect you. Well, that's not my kid. Okay. You better act like it's your kid.
Yep.
Because they say
May I
take a
speak to
village.
that?
Yeah,
May I speak to that?
Yeah.
I understand where you all are coming from. But I also feel that there's two sides to the coin when it comes to children. And there is a definite difference between male children and female children. Now, female children, this will work with. With male children, it's not going to. It does not matter how much and I won't say it doesn't matter in every scenario. And I'm not a part of Not All Nation, so I don't be separating these niggas. Y'all be doing it. And I say y'all because it's most of y'all, and the ones who don't do it don't stop the ones who do. So unless I'm isolating somebody by their name, I'm not gonna say not all. But that's just me. Don't put that on Voodoo Dog. I'm just the one speaking here. So what I think when it comes to the male children, I feel like they're going to be up under their mother and possibly their father. You know how that goes. But up under their mother's thumb until they start smelling themselves, and then the coach is gonna raise them from there. So it doesn't matter. It's like it's kind of like it becomes a nuance where it's like, if you're defending how you raise the children, then you're defending their actions afterwards. Like if you're responsible for if you were responsible for Beyonce, then you should be responsible for your son, Black Tavion. Like you like their paths. You can't make yourself completely responsible for their paths as adults. All you can do is try your best. 9 times out of 10, the girl children do turn out better. That doesn't mean throw the males away. It means instill as much as you can, but at the same time, don't hold yourself completely responsible. And this may be going a little bit off, but I feel it because I'm so tired of people blaming the parent who stayed. I saw a man who was 42 years old the other day. He was dating this young girl, and she was like 22 or something, and he unalived her. And it's like, now y'all like, oh, who raised him? Where his mama at? What you mean? He's 42. Yeah. This man is 42. And I'm just tired of it happening in our communities. And the crazy thing about it is it was a Black woman who made the comment.
Yeah.
And how we may think it's crazy here, they don't think it's crazy there. So that's why when I left that comment earlier and I said, yep, and black women are resisting it. Some of us, I said, some of us are resisting it. It is. And we have these spaces, and I'm lucky. And oh my God, like I just feel like the stars are among me when I found this channel, because I feel like these are people who I can agree and disagree with and still have a basis for what we're all going for. We're going to teach each other and move forward. But this is the way to do it. And I don't feel I receive what you said about motherhood, because I'm not a mother. So I definitely appreciate what you said, but I have raised the many a children over my summers, baby. They were sending me right back home to go watch all the kids, and I'm the oldest, and I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta hang up the clothes on the line. I was definitely that girl, and some of them same kids don't even talk to me now. And I was
Shut
always
up.
like the stepchild, so I get it. So like I just want to make sure that we as women feel what you said, and the people who are here soak it in and tell the next woman that, like, don't like receive what you saying. And I know you will, baby. I know you will, because that hit you, and I saw it when it did. I know you're going to tell people about what Voodoo Doll said to you. I don't know your name, but I know you're going to tell people.
Oh,
So when
Gina. She's talking about Gina.
yeah, Gina. Okay, that was okay. So that was you who I spoke to backstage in the chat.
Oh, that's
Okay.
you. Okay, I got you. I'm
Yeah.
still talking to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see the little notification down there now. Yes. But make sure you tell the next person. What I really would like for us to do, though, when we pass by a black woman who looks like she's distraught, I speak to all women
Oh,
whenever
I
they
do
look like it
that.
or not.
I do that. I
Yeah.
give compliments and
Oh,
everything.
girl,
I
quick.
don't play. I see a black
Quick.
woman, I be like, you wearing that, girl? And
Yes,
don't
girl.
take it personal. I've seen a lady crying. I stopped and I was like, are you okay? Some
Yes.
people will be looking at her like she's crying. She's crying.
Mhm.
Something is wrong. But see,
Mhm.
I can read energy. I can tell if we all in this room and this one person don't want to be bothered, but somebody will keep bothering her. Like, why are you bothering her? You can't tell she don't want to be bothered. Leave her alone for a minute.
Exactly.
Let her come around.
Can I
Exactly.
add something? Can I add something really quick too? Because
Mhm.
it helped me in my life. Not only do we need to speak these positive affirmations into other black women, but black girls too. Because so many black girls don't hear nothing positive from
Yeah.
people around them,
I
especially dark skinned black girls.
Mm-hmm.
Every dark skinned black girl I see, the
Mhm.
very first thing I say is, "Hey, beautiful," because I didn't realize how it
Mhm.
would affect me when I was growing up. My dad used to always say, "You my beautiful chocolate baby, you my beautiful, you gorgeous." Da, da, da. At the time, it was just like, "Oh, that's my daddy." But
Mhm.
then when I got to be older, I realized, okay, just because you tell me I'm beautiful don't mean I'm about to take off my panties. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I just want us to instill that in the black
Yeah.
girls as well. So, like with each other, obviously, but if you see a little girl, just, "Hey, beautiful, how you doing?" Little small things like that even they don't understand helps. It helps. I promise you.
And even
I
yourself.
Hey, girl, I
love
do
this.
that all the time. You know
I
what?
love
I wanted to tell. I was thinking about this, and I wanted to kind of tell y'all. I'm sorry. Is that mine? Okay. Is that me?
Go ahead, talk,
It
girl.
sounds like oh, okay. Okay, it sounds better now. But there was okay, I love crab legs. Okay, I'm gonna start right there. I love crab legs. So I went to go get me some crab legs, and I went to Kroger. There were two little girls in the line, and they would have a better deal. It would be cheaper for them to get the fresh ones over the ones that's in the little box for $35. They were only getting 2 pounds. So it's expensive out here, girl. I miss New Orleans. When I went there for 2 months, Lord have mercy. But they were getting like 2 pounds of crab legs. So I was like telling them the ones that they should get. The man behind the counter was fucking talking to these girls that were clearly underage. There's no way you can miss it. They were clearly underage. And he was like talking to them like they're grown women. And he was like, why y'all women be doing this and why y'all women be doing that? And I just watched for just a quick second because I didn't think he was talking to them. I thought he was talking to me. I was like, I kind of was looking like with an attitude because I know you ain't asking me. Like what he was saying was like so adult. And I'm just like, I don't understand why you would be asking me, even though I am an adult, you shouldn't be asking me that. You should be asking the woman who pissed you off. So then for him to be talking to them, they were standing like on the side of me, but like maybe 2 steps back. But he was looking in my direction. And I realized, I turned around and looked and saw them standing there because they were down at the other thing looking at the little crab legs in the box. I didn't realize they came up behind me. So when I turned around, I said, excuse me. I like jumped directly in front of them. And I'm like, excuse me, like, I know you ain't talking to these kids about what women do. You want to talk about what a woman does? You ask a woman. I don't even want to answer your question. And I said, the way y'all handle this, I asked them, I said, where's your mother? You know, because I'm guessing you're with your mother. That's how we have to do. So I'm just like, where's your mother? She would understand. So they're like, oh, well, she's in the car, ma'am. And I was like, well, don't worry about it. I said, I'll jump in for her real quick. And one of the little girls, she was like behind, like she had a little attitude behind me. It was so cute because she was like, yeah, kind of like, don't be talking to us like that. And it was so crazy. Like they have to feel like that little girls just wanted to buy some crab legs. They was having a sleepover. They wanted to do a crab ball. They had the girls that when we was walking out, because we got the other guy to help us. It's one guy in there, and he's always the nicest. So I asked for him. I said, can you come and help us, please? Because we don't need his services. And so he came over and he helped us, and I showed them and stuff. And when we were walking back, because it's at the back of the store, and everybody know Kroger is big as hell. So when we were walking up to the front, it was just saying like, oh, we bought some B-Love sauce, and we was going to do like a little seafood boil with our friends. Like, these are children. And they are identifying the children. And what you said just now, Voodoo Doll, made me think about the fact that I do compliment children, but I jump in to protect them quicker, and I jump in to compliment women quicker. When I pass by a little girl, I do always I don't care what little black girl I pass by, I'm gonna compliment their hair. Every single time, I'm gonna compliment their hair, and I'm gonna compliment their skin, especially if they're dark skinned. I'm going for it. I have 2 nieces, and one of them is lighter, and the other one is darker, and they look exactly alike. The only difference is their skin. And now that they're older, that they're adults, the darker one is thicker, and she's like perfect thick, like not even like she's 20 now, and she's like perfect, like don't lose nothing, don't gain nothing. Girl, you've been doing your thing. I know you say you was running, you was doing on a track team, you good, like you good where you at. But I don't tell her that because you can have whatever body that you want to have. I'm just gonna tell you that you look beautiful, but I lay it on thick to her because I know when y'all are out, I've been out with you all, and I've seen people compliment your sister and don't say nothing to you, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem, and we need to fix that.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry for that on thick, y'all, but I just had to tell y'all what happened with that because that really
we need that. We need that every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But you know, listen. Let me say this to y'all, ladies. Everybody in the chat is the people up on the panel. I'm sorry, the people who came up on the panel and dropped down. Y'all don't understand. Number one, how much I personally appreciate y'all being in this space. Like you have no idea what it means to me. It's scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll be looking at how many subscribers I'm getting. I was talking to my mom. I say it's kind of scary, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? In a short span of time. I don't know if y'all know this. I was doing YouTube for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, girl, and ain't nobody know me. I had like 50 subscribers. So when I shifted from just reality TV stuff and actually started covering pop culture, that's when all of you guys started coming because y'all started seeing other things. And it made me think because I'm a person, I've always been a person who loved to like talk. I talk anyway. Like even if I'm not on here, I'm on the phone running my mouth with my best friend. Girl, let me tell you about this girl. You know, but and my mama the same way. But it's so good that transitioned into this, which transitioned, into a space for us because that's all that matters. And it sucks that it had to take the funky Dinevas, the trans girl. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that it had to take them to get us here, but we can't focus on that. Only thing we got to worry about is where we going forward. And I'm so appreciative of all of y'all in the chat, for real. All y'all who leave me super chats, all of y'all who just like the video, all of y'all who comment on the video, all of y'all who just look at the video. Let's talk about it. Like any videos that I put out, even if you cussing me out, it's an engagement that you giving me that you don't have to give.
Right.
So I'm saying that to say, like, I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I truly love all of y'all. We got some new subs in the house. Carissa, thank you so much. Welcome to the dollhouse. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't the name that I gave myself. 48 TCO gave me that name. I ain't gonna take no credit for it, but it's a good fit because the dollhouse is a girly thing. And we all know growing up as kids, as little girls, if you ever had a dollhouse, if you ever seen it on TV, there's a sense of when it's in the dollhouse, there's a community in there. You can have 50 little Barbie dolls in there, but everybody on the same accord. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say,
you're so funny. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about the dollhouse, like where the baby be in the bed. You put the baby in the bed. You got to go upstairs and then go and do this and do that and come back down and cook the muffins. That's cute. Yeah.
It's so fitting because the dollhouse is literally, there's a community inside of an actual dollhouse. And I think that's what I want to build with my platform and with my channel, because I want, like when I did the video on the women giving birth, I ain't trying to have no more babies. I could be like, girl, I ain't thinking about that. But I'm not.
I ain't trying to have none at all.
This ain't about me. This about us. Because I want us to have the community just like the unmentionables.
So it's a girly, it's an unapologetically girly thing, but it's also an apologetically Black thing, right? That is about us, that rejects, you know, like the doctrination of Christianity upon us and how it's held us down. And I want to just really kind of because what you said about when you see little dark-skinned girls, how you have to affirm them. And I'm gonna say this as an extremely light, which I seem very light. It's the lighting. And I'm gonna tell you, I know y'all gonna be like, because I know people be side-eyeing me. I know they do, and I don't blame you. And I'm explaining what I'm telling you. Because I think especially since we've been online and stuff like that, because the way the software is developed, there's a whole lot. It actually is meant to favor or to be biased towards pink to beige skin tones to make it look more of a way. So when people see me encounter me in person, they don't see this white looking woman. They see a Black woman, but on camera it looks different. And I started noticing this sort of disconnect with Black people during the pandemic, when I was interacting with them on the screen, also because I have a Mac and Mac does big time, right? Okay. And so I started seeing that like disconnect, and I never had that disconnect in personal and like face faces before. And so I want to say, like, also like my family, every single complexion, like dark skin. I mean, my mom, right? Because we have 4 different, fathers. So it's like we're gonna have different complexions and stuff, right? My twin sister is like voodoo doll's complexion. You know what I mean? My twin sister. It just came out all different ways, right? But I also noticed, like, as a teacher, I feel like I have to use my light-skinned Black woman privilege to check light-skinned Black women, because I totally reject when they be like, oh, Black women can, light-skinned women, we got it hard and they be coming for us. No, they don't. No, we don't get it like Black dark-skinned girls at all. We don't catch it. We might catch a little like shade and that little childhood stuff and that little teasing, but it's nothing like the long-term consequences that dark-skinned women experience in terms of medical field, in terms of education, criminal justice, all those places. Dark-skinned Black women catch fucking hell all the time, and with light-skinned Black women, we don't catch it the same kind of way. We catch a different kind of hell. Sexual exploitation on another level. But when we catch it, it's not the same punitive catching hell. So what I do is, like, when I'm in class, I'll see, like, it'll be a little light-skinned little girl, green eyes or something like that, sitting there. So helpful to sit right in front of my classroom and not do a damn thing, just sit there and look cute and answer all the questions. Just sit there and just run her mouth the whole time. I got to tell her to fall back. Because the dark-skinned girl be sitting in the back. She know all the answers, but she's not talking. But see, the way classrooms have enculturated light-skinned Black women to be seen all the time, to be speaking all the time, to always be, and I'm doing it right now, so let me shut the fuck up. But at the same time, I'm saying, like, I know it's there. So I feel like I have to use my privilege to fall back and also tell other Black women light-skinned Black women will fall back too. It's like really all the time. It's not like everybody don't want to see and hear you all the damn time. And ain't nobody jealous of you because ain't nobody feeling you all like that.
Right.
Everybody don't want to have sex with you, Ma. Like that's not how it goes. So that's what I want to say.
But you know what? Just to piggyback off of what you said, the reason that dynamic even exists is because of Black men. You know what I mean? But we that's a topic for a whole other day. I want to read this comment. It says, "We need ambassadors in the dollhouse in every state, city, or county. We are creating accountability to purchase parcels of land in 12 to 24 months. You save and the dollhouse ambassadors assist." I like that because I'm into buying land because I understand how important land is. You know what I mean? And most of us, our ancestors, the majority of our ancestors own large parcels, of land, and we don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's a whole comment for another day. But listen, I got to get out of here, y'all. I've been on this thing 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 36 minutes, child. All right, we go. I'm going to get out of here. But listen.
Can I say one quick thing before you go?
Huh?
Can I say one quick thing to her comment before you go? And I'm definitely not starting a whole another subject.
Really quick. I'm going to let everybody say their last words. Watch this live. I'm going to just go around to everybody. Okay. And I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to go around to everybody, let everybody say their last words. And then we're going to get up out of here. But like I said, I love y'all and appreciate y'all. So I'm going to start with Fly. You go ahead first.
This was a much needed conversation. It was a much appreciated conversation. I feel like we have Black women of all of different ages, different skin tones, different backgrounds. We all came together. We had some things that we agreed on, some things we didn't agree on, but yet nobody threw a drink, nobody jumped offline. It wasn't the rhetoric that they show us on social media as if we can't all sit down and dialogue. I had a wonderful time, and I look forward to Fridays on this channel and with you goddesses.
Yes. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, before you go, I am going live tomorrow. I'll probably go about between 12 and 2. I'll put a notification out. And if y'all are in the Discord, we be talking back and forth about topics and stuff in the Discord as well. So, but I'll be live tomorrow, though. But thank you so much, Fly. I love you, baby.
Love you, too. Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Bye, sister.
All right, next we got Starduster.
Here's the book, y'all, that I want y'all to get your hands on if you get the chance to, okay? Mm-hmm. And read it. It talks about all the scientific stuff in here, the parthenogenesis, how they've been hiding information. Chew the meat, spit out the bones.
Yep.
I just want to say that I really appreciate you opening up your panel today and allowing us to get up here and talk. And I'm in the country. I don't have a lot of Black women around me. It gets very lonely at times. And you all are my sisters, regardless if I meet y'all in person ever or not. This is very important. Please don't stop listening to that song Angel, because the lyrics in that song are so on point. Okay, like, do you ever get out of your own thoughts? You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're talking about. We overthink things. My daughter just called me. That's why I was muted. She going through her little stuff with, the Black women at my job ain't talking to me. I'm like, wow, that's what we're talking about right now. Mm-hmm. This is just, it's normal. Let's not beat each other up, but be a light no matter where you go. Don't walk in fear. Stand in, and like you said, continue to big up the women around you. Even if they not receiving it or if they ain't giving it, it's okay. Yeah. They'll get it eventually. And if they don't, oh well, that's their problem.
And look, just to really quick, everybody can't come. And that's okay.
It's okay.
So I appreciate you so much. And look, this is our doula. Hey, everybody in the dollhouse, this is our doula. Starduster 2 is a doula.
You?
Yes. So any women who are looking for alternate options other than the hospital, which I personally recommend, but I ain't no doctor, hit up doula. Even if she can't get to you, maybe she can find somebody to help you.
I'll do the best I can.
Yep. Hit me in my private chat.
I put my number in the back chat.
Okay.
I'm not going to exit off yet, though, because I would like to talk to you, if possible, after the live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So we got I Am What I Am. You up next, baby.
Hey, Okay, sorry. Okay, yes, I want to just thank y'all for this space. I appreciate it. I appreciate the just the affirmations and the love, and we're trying to pour into each other, and the fact that this is also a space where we can agree without being disagreeable and nasty to each other. That's really
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love you, babe. This was a wonderful panel.
This was.
All right. We'll see you next time. All right. Gina, what's going on?
I am so happy. I feel like we sitting at the kitchen table. How Wendy Williams used to say, kitchen table talk. I love your energy, Voodoo. Like I told you, my writing be all dyslexic, my typing, because I don't type, I talk it. So when you be reading, I say, she always have a problem reading my stuff. But it's like meeting you. You know what I'm saying? And I really enjoyed this. And I wouldn't mind being on the panel every time because I always have something to say.
Come on up.
But yes, the doulas. I want to start something with my Facebook. Do you have Facebook?
I do. I'm on Voodoo Doll TV.
I don't have. I couldn't find you on Facebook.
You couldn't? It's Voodoo Doll TV.
Okay, I couldn't get on Discord. It was too complicated trying to set it up. So I just left it on.
Do you have Instagram?
Yes, I do.
I'm on Instagram at Voodoo Doll TV as well. A lot of people been sending me messages on Instagram, and I be communicating back and forth on there too. Listen, all of them platforms, there's a back chat or a DM or whatever you want to call it. Hit me on whatever it is. If Discord is too much, that's fine.
Because even though if it's not something big, like I watch a lot of people and I say, I want to tell Voodoo this information. So I be wanting to give you some tips and some stuff I've been hearing to help you research, because I like the research too. Mm-hmm. But I'm really into the doula thing. I really enjoyed the panel. I love the dollhouse. And I can't wait to see you again. I'd be mad when I miss it. You know, I really do. Your energy, it's your energy, and your personality is awesome. And the music, man,
the authenticity, the passion.
Oh, yes. Thank y'all so much. I am truly honored. Like, thank you for real.
I'm gonna get out of here, and my mom told me I'm paper bag brown. Y'all have a good night.
All right, I'll see you at the next live. All right.
Blessings, sis.
Black Hippie, what's up?
Hey, baby girl. Okay, so I want to say this because I was trying to actually.
Are you there?
My apologies, sweetie. Were you talking to me? I had the mic muted.
No, Black Hippie. I think she was talking. Black Hippie, you're not muted. Oh man,
dang.
She dropped. Well, all right. I don't know if this gonna still let me off when I end the live, though. I don't know if it's gonna still keep you up when I end the live. Are you in the Discord?
No, I am not in the Discord. How about this? I put my information in the back chat, Voodoo Doll.
Let me see.
I put my phone number there. I would like to connect with you for real.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I don't see
at the bottom where it says chat.
Oh, private chat. Yep. See it. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'll text you from my number.
Okay.
And you could call me.
Okay, honey.
All right. And as soon as we get off, okay?
All right, darling.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you.
Love, peace, and love.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Black Hippie, you back?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I don't know what happened. But yeah, I just wanted to say really quickly, I wanted to speak to what the young lady said, the one that had the hair wrap that said that she's a professor.
Mm-hmm.
When she was talking about her using her light skin privilege. And she was talking about how it makes you look and stuff on camera and stuff. And I 100% agree with that because I'm not as light as this photo. But what I wanted to say was, regardless to that, they can tell the difference between, I've seen biracial women who are darker than me that has different features, and they can tell that this person is biracial and I am Black. And they treat me different. I definitely don't have the sentiments of a dark-skinned Black woman. I don't have it. I've seen it and it's horrible. But what I do also want us to pay attention to is featureism a bit. Like we still should pay attention to that and stop adopting. And that's why I told you that I was going to say this at the end because I didn't want to start a whole nother thing knowing that you're about to get off. But I do think this is a good topic. Biracial, this is just my opinion. I don't know if you agree with it, but biracial people are biracial and black people are black.
Correct.
And that's just, it is what it is.
I agree.
And I'm just like, tired of them like feeling like they have to push black on the biracial people. Like stop pushing black on them. Like even how Jocelyn did when she was trying to make Amber Rose be black, even though 75% of her genetic makeup is white. And you're trying to push it on her because she has a big butt. She has the featureism of black women when it comes to the body. So now you're trying to make her be black. And because she dates black men, now she gotta be black. Like, stop doing that. And also, like, I would love it if people would protect people with features who you still wouldn't date.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, it's hard because I'm a fat black woman. And so it's harder for me, even though I'm light skinned. Everybody thinks like I understand the sentiment with the whole light skin. If you had the same exact person in light or dark, yes, I believe that it would definitely go the exalting would definitely go to the lighter person. And that's not right. But also, if you throw some fat and a big nose on the light skinned person, then it brings them back down to equal. And that's unfortunate. It really is. So that's why I feel like we all need to pay attention to how everybody feels and not just, you don't put it all on one person. But I personally, this is just my personal, how I handle things. I'm going if it's a dark skinned person there, especially if it's a dark skinned girl, I'm just gonna be honest. If it's a dark skinned girl, I'm giving her all the love. If it's a fat girl, period, I don't care the skin color, I'm giving her all the love. And that's just how I am.
Yep.
Like I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I'm hoping you agree with me. I'm just tired of seeing it. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing it. Yeah. And for me, I remember being in the 7th grade. And it broke my soul when I thought about it. There's this girl that I went to school with, and she's dark skinned. Sorry, I'm getting emotional, but she's dark skinned and she's fat. And so am I. So everybody else is picking at her. And it's like, I'm not picking at her, but I kind of felt like I was. It was a weird thing. It's like I felt like I was because I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, damn girl, you don't even got a steady period yet. And I'm feeling like that. Like I always knew that this was in me. And so one day I eventually said something, but I just felt like it wasn't good enough because I didn't do it the first time.
Yeah.
So that can be, girl, I'm in my 30s. I'm still crying about this girl who I met before I had a period. So like, yeah, it really affected me, and I'm glad it did because it made me who I am now. And I would never see any one of them and not compliment them. Like even when you were talking about Chrisette Michelle earlier, and I'm gonna wrap it up, but when you were talking about her, I was like, damn, we talking about Chrisette Michelle, who didn't, sell that many records after she last dropped, and we talking about Chloe. Like, why don't we just all go out? If you can do it, why don't we just all go out and like stream their music for a week?
Yeah.
Like everybody just stream their album, stream at least one of each. Like stream Chloe's album, stream this one. Even if you don't listen to the music, like just to support each other. And I really think that would be a good thing.
Yep, absolutely.
So that's just one of the things. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I just want people to watch out for that. I know colorism is a big thing, and it's a topic now, but featureism is as well.
Yep.
Featureism is really killing it.
Yep.
Because even as black women, a black woman with big lips and a big nose, she's gonna get chosen last over the. And I say black when I'm meaning dark. But when you're talking about dark skinned women with a big nose and big lips, and then you have one with small shoulders. It's gonna be that way.
Yep.
So I kind of feel like we need to all look out for each other regardless, but just tender yourself to each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you.
And I'm so glad I found your channel. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm so glad I found your channel, girl. You done made me tear up and stuff.
No worry about it. You can save space. Brown Sugar Baby 90. Yes, I'm gonna put the live up. So it'll play right after I get off. But I appreciate you so much.
But thank you. Yes, thank you so much too. I've been here. Yeah, I've been here for a long time, but I just, just started recently chiming in. But I'm here. I'm still here.
I appreciate you. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow. Okay.
One quick question. Where'd you get that shirt?
Oh, Fashion Nova, girl.
Fashion Nova. Oh my God. I didn't believe that. I'm gonna see if they have it in black. I had to jump off Ronnie the Voice live last night because I had a therapy session.
Yeah.
My therapist gonna love it. I'm gonna get one.
Oh yeah. Listen,
okay. Have a good one, boo boo.
I love therapy. I employ everybody else. See you later, baby.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. That was a great live. I truly appreciate it, y'all. It's getting dark in my background, so I'm gonna get up off of here. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody who came. Everybody who came up on the panel, everybody in the comments, everybody who dipped in and dipped out. I truly appreciate all y'all. We definitely gonna do this more, and we're gonna do it again tomorrow between 12 and 2. If you don't see it, if you don't get a notification for it, I am posting it on my community wall that I will be going live tomorrow. So I can't wait to see y'all. We can have another discussion on some other stuff, and I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for everything y'all have done, and see you next time.